So enkabuono sign na mo free sen ka bia nke ba kwogina ene ne amosom aye a mo de boa ye no bia ne amatie fi so nka sen enkabuo no gina fa pa se ye ka pa
ye ka pa ka petro pa ye o se ita 7 cedis
27 pesos
and diesel 24 pesos and gas I say you 51% per kilo. And so we don't want petrol be very good.
And yes, that's an idea. Just a most more book our own.
Oh, yeah, worker. But they say a boca, but you will put it away. And say, what price is your put down?
But Ubatina penifo bi ka animdifo a womo ewo moadwumeya moye ti say bi American Institute for Energy Security e bi ACOPEC ni some of the experts in the energy sector no more can say petrol boy di en kan say bro even 6 Ghana cedis per liter ni ekeka aka ho
yeah what to say a different the way part of this is challenge also back I say this is a wood water petrol fuel. Now on what are the boca? What are the boca? The boca a bit my short time, but it cannot be continued. It's only the fire
Tesa kwete say wo de wa no don wure bi wo wo mo tie chire no mo kan ne mo pe so me mfa ne say eya na yete e bi ka so ebo no anhwe ye nkodu bronya de na 7 Ghana cedis ni kura no na abro sa ne ka ho mo amohwe a mo ready world market aha yes I know the mo ye moa enti sisi a yenim say gina be 6 Ghana cedis 90 pesos ni ade enti which means send ye bi kan say anhwe a enkopim bronya de na abro 7 Ghana cedis enti betimi aba say enkopim bronya no na mo ebo na mo de ato abonte na bi abro 7 Ghana cedis
and but I don't know.
So CCR no say bia ya ye to fi mu nchen se ebo no betimi aba fom pa mo ene emfa sobo no fa mo eye aban MPA hwan na ese ehwe na bia hwan no betimi aye hu bibi pa man pa
it's no amadane and taxes I want to that's a levy and it's a rate when me say I can say between what you must go more because the be about to hear the taxes. Well, here that if I did the review, Cabana and all the say out to say so there are other good because I buy it global prices in the animal have for my year so first day over after yes is there a better issue. See, I would have into us work will be a me say you're very better friend So this country planning is a problem. The planning was there. You almost say, oh, it's better. It's only back. Tell you, there, I know what I'm finding.
Na kwa bi nso se mo anso ya emfa bi momo se mo nyi bi nsua na nansi ase aban e beto dwa se stabilization and recovery levy bi wo hwan bi so be se 20% in dia kaka aka ho anka se mo ma yehu nsunsuanso enya wo e bia petrol bo no so no eno de ba ne saade a mo nya ho hwe na chese mo sa mfa so no na ekomu kotokom ni ne ka ho ye na ka ho
Anyway, usually the popular if I am we from Mula, you hear from ground, but the way they hear from ground, and the Mugra. Yeah, the Amaka in your bro, that's a brand. About you, what's it? Yeah, you have to stay 8 million, every in the program. Amaka says,
and to see CIA kase die si ebete so pa dia exchange rate ni say nyama ya wabobo so enu na bia
about to indicate to future development back I don't
okay, yeah, that's the best I'm saying. I'm sure I pay. Kwajman Dia, a chief executive of the Mayor Association of Oil Marketing Companies, filling stations are hold I thought petrol no honum say no, omo ekuba time and no pay no more din come almost so much mu petrol boy fuel gas near Kahwe boy sra na ekwe.
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawro kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Ghana muntie Ghana muntie Ghana muntie Ghana muntie
Ode samba kasia bo ko wakata munsa amaya se kasia waye
onye yimu no kretrodo kagele men kamadele bo
nitafe
mama yentie kasia waje 100.9
kwesi monkwe
yanko enimi anto aso anope e odwumedie so 75 and abo sisia kwabena the end of the wedding de bakrata no
over kwesi we the new crusading guide yo abusuafo the new crusading guide mu na me we nanim ha wade kwajo pon kromanfo ne abetoa budget no a wo mu debating wo no budget na mu nsama ya bebre minority fo no tena say mampani akwantu a wo tuo bebrebe yi wo mabu nwa kontantra Ghana fo majority fo nso say no way mampani tu kwa ya yemfa meto abonten afa minority fo tena say mampani ukwa na so ya 3 billion Ghana cedis no ade ba pa na odi se sika kwa ya wo ho majority fo nso tese sika na hia government machineries they need money wo mu ba infrastructures eniyama wo mu ba ya no anya niyama ketua kura enti ya de baba ya adwumapa ade aboa afei anonten kwada wasan de aba and water say asaribote aya hemfo ho asemunti ande aya mempese meka no bebre techi yo so na nanom ahemfo kokobo a wade ama garamsefo no eno so awa ha Hungarian delegation womun so asama a womu ka womu bo Dr. Joseph Sewa Japan abaso sa waya dia papa yi anopetututu wetumi do wosono abampesia te ama desimamba nya bia dia edia bia and womun fanya papa yi the new publisher ade aba democrat yanim ha wade Bernard Entibosia ko tama wuntumi onsa tade enti wusa no boso a wasa boxa pa kania na abrantie bi no ani afra ne Lenos Louis ya na nkwa wabo ni tika krase ekoneti anu obo boxing no Sa pepepe na tema untumi ne bosoaye. Ana wada no say, wabone what kama aye gold watch anya ye de bia aya na ye fake no. Na Alhaji Sani Senior anu waka say, wose NDC fo ana campaign ama tema untumi. Sa wan kwato nya asante no entina MPP chairman. NDC fo nim senti a wo mu campaign ma no. Esan say woman himself my own to me was sa into a course of Tanawan Musatama, a babua womu palma 2024, and Kunimedia call Adia my woman, KGL group, and woman support to economy, a 100 million Ghana cities Afibia, Sika woman so at the Buanono, First Yatical Research Center, woman be our Africa and Musaya. Dr. Bless Foster, Wadin Infoni Abatu Democrat, the new publisher in him. Now, the Democrat made it to us so. I had the informer Democrat anymore. What the teacher for Infoni Abatu, a professor, Kwesi Opokwa Mankwa, one in a Ghana educating service boss, Wadaha, was it a teacher for a fighting controller say. Wamu sika nwa eya kiti ti san tati ya benum sika kitua bi na aban asa didati wamu eya wrong didase enti wamu woni aban se bronya ba eniama wamu ani so do edoso sa wonim na so wotete ti wamu sika ti se de ekoya wamu ne betia yam so pa.
Yanko man so na yeni Ambassador Victor Smith, a member of the NDC na yeni komo asema that Daily Post Democrat toll booth ban Amakwata must be fired for recklessly causing financial loss to the state. Ura Victor Smith can say Ura Amakwata say yetimi eyine DNA ya say wa cause financial loss to the state. Yenyi chechi mumfi Ura Victor Smith wonum say. Just Smith ya da simu akwa baba ni TFM so anope. So, Asamia, the Democrat, they are two horse, with their two dray. Uramu Aquata, we see, Mampany Nedi.
Well, Madame Siminia, turn up my friend, the observation, toll booth levy, Momo levy by that very day, no, you see, and the meeting and conform, and maybe Sasse. So, Speaker said, first of all, and I think the Speaker was right in saying that abide the budget bar or the budget Parliament in Bubo Una among passing na enkoyemra yafa yejuma. Na Parliament in ya adadepo ensha de na eba the same and minister be implement a part of it. For me, no. Will create a problem in a sense that will cause financial loss. Or yeah, my toll booth, Mrs. I'm saying, Yenji tolls you, unless almost started you minimum. But even if it's for 1 day, and now a stop toll collection now E-levy no so ember into force. No. If you can say, I don't know if I replace now, you have quality road fund in the one. Na eno so yam pass here no. That is this country has been denied that tolls no. That revenue no. Ene eboa ama ye ene maybe wo Ghana ha. Road toll every day yamu collect no eboa. If not the road fund, something else to do with transport on and the usage of the road. And the minister be I reckless. In the sense that one quickly took an action, and then now trying to reverse it, no a problem. He called by financial loss, and the president should not tolerate such recklessness. What I say, because among Ghana for Sika, Ghana for resources, Ghana for air break. There are problems everywhere. You are increasing taxes because you're not getting enough revenue to develop the country. Nase, what a mistake be. And this is a grievous mistake. Say, it deny Ghana that income now. And me did pass said ya or man penny Emma a Jakon and Nijuma to also misleading, and the energy problem nearby. The same thing should happen to this man. Now, I are switching. Other ministers say you don't behave as if you own the country.
Now, some know ye Casabia, ye name say, a dear crash or Mampenny Mubia, onim Hubia, say,
but it's still Parliament in the budget. A policy statement, but I know it has to be passed. Let's say Parliament necessary. I didn't know minister no call Parliament. I didn't know when to take a decision on their own. Or the command or the control in said Monjin Huna San Adrina are buying a pesoye. The Moji Tuma, near the idea the idea Tuma. Among even one day qua ending again. Now what stop to tone? Now what stop to tone is I'm going to you. And immediately that if we were making 1 million cedis a day, look at the number of days they came, and still they haven't passed the E-levy. Assuming that E-levy was brought in to take care of Sanyamana, immediately, Ghana is losing money.
Well, sir, Ushikano, I be a yashren, but me assure sir, what's ya now who said, one more signed the Chichimubi by I couldn't cheer. A ma wo two sanamon walker said, Basabasayana, a Coswo two booth in various two booth, no. And the fact said, won't share then jai say beer, Sikajana be operationalization, and in the account, near canon so no senate amount. And
to assume that you said I don't think this man thinks the Ghanaians are stupid. Say, who is him Cosmo? Say, I buy if I'm Ramaya, announce it doesn't mean you should take action on it. It doesn't mean you could put policemen, in fact, there are policemen at toll booths, armed policemen, to make sure so be a Basabasayo. And they combine and saying, and I was saying immediately, you can't, and I just say, if that is how you think, then you should have also thought through it before Ukoya's announcement as a government. But as they are no credit, the Ghana for best for the parliamentary president, the minister announcement, our parliament, immediately it takes effect. Who said that? Who said that? Did the minister say that it takes immediate effect? He didn't say that, the finance minister. And they said, no, appointees, people got to be very circumspect and careful. I don't think that the president probably was part of it. And if he was part of it, then he is also wrong. Because the Mrana said, and I don't think that the speaker was talking nonsense when he said, you should have waited for us to debate it. You pass here, Nabayamra. You see, I know, maybe interpretation is there. What's up to tone now? A tone, I am buying a pass here, a Mra put to parliament, and then they are passed there. You need to told. You increase you go 1 city, Ukaya, a buy no man for Kasawa, but a Bayamra. And to stop her, who have denied the state that resource. In another case, budget estimates on Muyeniano. It is obviously that it took into account income and revenue from toll. Immediately, budget now previously, using the projections on the toll income. I just
okay. Now
that is why he caused it.
Okay.
Take responsibility as an adult.
Okay.
He must be apologizing to government instead of coming back with another statement. He should bring us evidence of Basabasayo. He should bring us video evidence.
Any day more anyway, Kakrama, and Busa be Kakrawa.
Yes, we approve as what the tax better. It is immediate effect. I take it. Take immediate effect. And they are buying 2 million. I was for you for sure. Me and Miss Canaba, one of them check. Now, Maraben Watum. Nemomuno, who could Jiska to Yama Utimisakojia. And it's against the law. Namian, I'm seeing a Majimi be Mumfa. Nano Matumra. Some might know you to be Dibiqua. Who may dear Jahokoi? Maybe, and they are buying to me, say, or the revenue check to be because I'm want to need to miss what yours are let only Oka until the law on taxation is a parliament now prove now to major tax. Okay. Now, my buying what their moms are buying, you're not buying Casse. What's the many in free Juada? Me feel brother, a buying Tomra.
So when the bus is I know.
Okay, so senior advisor, Mama Pinia, Ross Afumafo. and na woni omahin Kwabena Asante Adum TV no di san komo yeah ora asafuma fana no kasa.
I am so disappointed in him. You think it's a joke? Do we know how much we collect? I don't have the exact figures, but the two toll to pay toll or levy or anything, it's a form of tax. And now, if you jump the toll booths now, when you are police to be killed, any other minister, but didn't who you are.
Was one to Mrebia or say a taxation Imrano, send his chair, say, who by so discafi a man for no wa. And I know dear, who hears out to me now, where was he? Me and the Seminjin, I'm seeming him the Achaman for a dinner.
Also, on which one? Roto. I didn't even go and say, I didn't catch any. And the taxes is normally saying, and I'm over here like the Sunshine. I'm on MONTIE. Can he develop the country without the taxes? Which country? In the US, when you get tax out, you go to jail. You go to jail. Then I send a minister of South Africa, Munjaisa. You shouldn't politicize things like that. This is not politics. It is the state resource. Who knew when somebody can say, hey, they try taxes. Who they try taxes? You can tell the Parliament. You must put a bill in Parliament. Say, we have try taxes in Parliament before you say, no one. They all carry the minimum and toss them.
I see a parliamentary approval on that particular. I'm sure what you said.
How did we come by the toll in the first place? The Emra and cover that one. I make a choice say, who decided the wound? Then the press. Who do police with the actual? Because Emra and I did buy it. Almost a stand called 1 CD per, certain category of vehicles, and the Parliament now approve it. One approve it. Then I say some insanity has come into the country. What is going on? How can somebody, a senior man like that, say who to me the check? And how far is it left in some check kind of for? Often say on G. Now I was opening the sicker baby, open freedom from the people of Ghana. Please, I beg to differ on that one.
So, Niawo Ken, so my penny and ye be saying when ye amakwata AD, Adioman San Fam back, just said, Dang,
Parliament, you see, our parliamentarians are representing the people of this country. The MPs, 275, they represent the people of this country. Then you are to me in Parliament, yes, also, we have representatives. They should be seen to be doing their work seriously. If the president appoints and uses the taxpayers' money collected from revenue and taxes, then you be eco-consolidated for nearly the minister. Now the tax law say, who to me the chair? I will speak.
Before we come in, you are drinking a budget 2022 budget, and I say Parliament Thomas has here one more debating in the account. Senate team out 2022 budget.
The aspect of it now, about a talk of town, or want to be focused here. It will be frank with you. The aspect of it, which is creating rumbles on the ground, people are not happy. And no one has monitored, but I haven't had time to even go in detail because that is something that I don't normally do. And the areas are a year for 440.
So, meaning say E-levy, for instance, I'm for Dihun Komo. Benchmark values in this is saying a Jedifono, Eja, Sadi, Abine, Yefi Horm saying, by far, Bem say, and only Yama Bem, you know, I am Komudipa. Benchmark values, any E-levy, that's tax on the 1.75%.
Well, no, I mean, that is where I'm saying that is where I focus on this right now. But if some other time, if I'm looking at the whole thing and listening to what Parliament is saying, I probably will come and give you my views on it. But I don't normally pretend to be an economist par excellence, even though I am economist at the university level. I don't pretend to be one. So I don't speak on all issues unless the one that really doesn't make sense to me. And this is one.
So 1.75%, you know, at you're saying, hey, the office, yes.
No, but you see, you are taxing us left, right, and center. No, we used to send some little monies to people who are poor and they know us. They are in the rural areas, villages. I get requests all the time. You know, say you'll be declined there. I have problems. Then I send some 50 cities, 100 cities to some families. Obi say, "Minye sikana benda to a drug hospital. You, now I send some sika. What the mobile companies, you know, they tax us. We pay when you send money. Then you want to tax us another. So roughly for 1,000 cities, you know, I think we're paying about 27.5 or something cities. You say you are taking money from us for even doing good. Now we have a catch them say who to meet the tax and who to meet the check. Offer ways to change. You should remove it. Let us have a free year to transmit money to those who don't have, who need money from us.
But you better see now. Eju Muhansi, Ambassador Smith. Nyamishu apa anape. Victor Smith, member of the NDC, and pay need 100.9 Ghana. Muntie Jumediesu, and our Siguia in Edin Komofana, former ambassador to Czech Republic and I think UK. And pay 1 year Dean Komokakra, Yadasugusu, Chair, and 7 senior city. There one crata, and near da various news online portals, and pay and Yatsasia, de Bremo, Margin Chen and Ramin Tiankin can be Tianadia, Mishasi and Tempa. Fidel Watakra, they was say Ghana police is doing a marvelous work. And they recommendation and must keep it up. They deserve a recommendation and must keep it up. That's Fidel the Fitakrati and by the demand by the minority in Parliament for disclosure of details of presidential travels is preposterous. That's from Atamil's Tanya to JDM. Did they disclose details of their travels? What is this hypocrisy? You didn't add your name and where you sending us the message from. And E-levy Buhaha. If the minority MPs connive with majority MPs in Parliament to pass this e-levy, then they should count themselves as ex-MPs. Ablade efie kuma zongo takrade. But I mean, Mumian Kanokre. At the end of the day, Tobe ya kosu nyina. Kwabra. Yes, you approve, you support. At the end of the day, Sadio ya tia.
Ombe to me aya ne so ombe work out. Work out.
Ombe dia tum o they will approve.
No ya forward never. Backwards never.
That's the only thing they can do.
Ne ombe answer your best side ya done say na eba. It will be our money back.
Because majority for na hwepe omo members ni nyina na so omo ba parliament. Womo catch up na so mu nyina ba ubehu ane and one hwe kra say minority for said they will demand head count as they say omo man yeah bia na ne as many as in favor say then say as them say yes as many as not in favor say no what sure omo afi omo mpe sade no omo demand head count yan kan.
Na even cry minority for ne trese so wo amfa mampeni akwantuo hu akontabu amakura debate no kura mpo mo nye yeah wo mo nye
na me say mo ankwa omunya koroma nipa e bia wo mu hia ai so mo mra se bedwem honom say omo kan na so a omo be trans omo be bobo omo be di nkomo
yeah say 137 136
yeah
138, 137. Inti overquest still I said majority for no upper hand. Yeah, a basse womu ye dear to master, womu dorsum. Intis woman in our bar still wombekoswa dear to me ye. Dear minority for to me I say wombe walking out.
Apart from that, you know, woman to me, woman to me,
when one to of a question will be uncycling Anthony. Sadly, and Wutu Munni Batini pet. I have forward of backwards never. Well, young ones, ye, benchmark value of a question, woman can't everyone. Sincere, and no crowd yet, wouldn't say a take effect, and I don't know. And one nanka would near messy what that. Yeah, went to me and in the Sadano. Adiati ya no ukwa akosu opa akokikam wo ya den ubetua so debate ni enra
constituents that I am going to Accra to fight for infrastructure for you, and when you come to parliament and the government says I am moving from 12 billion to 16 billion on infrastructure, you say no, I won't go for it. How can you go for it? And so, Mr. Speaker, the second reason for which we should support this is because this budget, unlike any budget in our history in this republic, forecast the most amount of money to fund infrastructure in this country. And I believe that is why all of us, majority, minority, must support this economic policy which is before us today, Mr. Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker. The third reason for which we should support this economic policy is because it lays out a clear path for boosting local industry. Right from the days of O-level economics, one of the arguments has been to develop the economy, we must do import substitution. Mr. Speaker, we live in an economy where a good number of the things that are consumed are imported. In the last 3 to 4 years, we have made a lot of investment in supporting local industry. The administration has put before this House a policy that says that we will keep the benchmark values that have been discounted. We will keep it. However, for some 40 products which we produce here in Ghana, it will not be in our interest to continue discounting duties on them.
Ghana Muntie, na mansanya so adawro Kofi Aman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo NEET 100.9 FM.
Yeah, also yeah, trust on a pay the amamo ewo jimedie so Ghana Muntie Lufat Adarma Lufat malaria drum no masia saying bomodiano 2 malaria say with Lufat malaria drum. Now Africa or Kwada so constituency E-levy initiative is realistic and impactful initiative to help stabilize the economy and to promote development. Ghanaians shouldn't see this realistic initiative as a burden. Africa and the way they buy. Cindy Bay or Kaswasi, we are crying that we want a developmental project and other facilities in the country, but we aren't ready to pay taxes. Where will the government get the money from before initiating the project? Cindy Bay Kaswa and the fee or the buy. Safmafu just showed Ghana that he is just old, but has nothing under that. Kwame Nkrumah at Sherman Roundabout, no dear, no, yeah. Nana Kwame Mensah Bonsu Sheikh for Intertrosso says NP says the minority is being diabolical in response to E-levy. Look, is either they do not understand it or they want to score political points. Nana Kwame no di no edba mame home so say na yenko enim yento aso de bon krata kobra ko
abusuafo ye ko Daily Post, the Abba Center spread one water say, a members here work Ghana Private Road Transport Union, a GPRTU, and Womuta say, a Ghana had ya or how be a yaswa near the Abegua driver for so. Pass a pa driver juma, not need the pass at the city. Ukwan Fantimemua, drop Benya number one, drop Benya number one. Robenya wanye tumampo obotuma roba satam na drobe tume edepa ensuenei suobi ya drobe nia etese de yesum na to bonsam tem etuma no ayapa enunti adroba fo trese we kura de Ghana Private Road Transport Union ekubata one womudu womunwatim bie womo kate drobe ni bia se wonfa ade akokko na beti Woman red arms nibi. Now the idea cocoa, now the atari beti and say, into obi wa, obewuta driver for mani abre, etisa kane no a driver for, or ban was yan nonku drobenia, no one then say what from the person you or the same thing, which ya nonku drobenia, no abba pipim, now the one satrano, amban and a boss way, etresa ni braba, where ye aya cocobo. Ya womude ma ban wa tretrese se wanti petrol so na petrol bu amafo mu a every Monday de kono wa ya anu anza obesimu ntem se unim se wote amasaman wa djuma wo tudu a wusimfo wo kroko a wonante a 2 hours ubetumi aduru monam kwan ho na munyina mokọ driver fo atreso wo munya atuma wo mbetena fie se won no de ne ka so wantu abant no Ano anso wa park ne car nesi baby mo amu betu kwan mo kwa mo nante nko from here to Cape Coast mpo say how many kilometers 183 nante fiti anopa enkwasi anyimre obekwa akoduru enti driver for say wo mani abre pa sanse wo ya firi ya wo ya no anye wo se a obi ehu mobo enti enibre na wo mu de kase ya wo mu sra ban just wo anya wo se dia and definitely One also or better one munka. na Democrat your friend say a finder at aba enimwa what the sikasam so of work and for the atamfo ni abetua ana was send go ten where your papa pant who say at some and was a white no and what did no smart atalena no was who a besra Ghana for that E-levy no what the abano and yan the bonny mua be papa so pa o maso nya na num da ni ye mu a mo kwa brochira na mo kanfo na brofi wo matitiri kurama na ye fo o che wa pasia kama ekwan ebi nam ha da bi nam ha ye gusu sam ekuramu nyina ya kama eba no light ya abrochira kura ya num light ejina so shren chen ya kwa ni ya di tampoa o kwa abrochira ya zade ya wanum sifa pa usa kasi ya papa usa kwanya papa baby ya ni wanu mwa mingi nisa abrochire America baby wanu mwa mfutukwa wo dabi mfutukwa ni baby ya ekwa nyina ye gusu sam na kobisa America fo se ade be no wo di ya sa ne o ma nyina ayato tax collection wo mu tin kakra nkra we na to kakra da so we to kakra da so ya ne yakura ya de yi wa nyini mu bebre eye momo no pe E-levy eno pe no oje to wo so ne ye de atetire wo man ye de bi be ya akwan ye de bi be si hospital agenda 111 infrastructures ye beto apete obi ya benya ne tafa wo mu. So why are you crying? Waso osramo unyina munya agene baako akoma koro na yemfa ngege to yi na ebetumi aboa pa afei petroleum price no webu hu akonta de aba as at 19th November 2021. Say na FS rate commercial banks average USDGHS. And the other side also payable effective EBU 16th November 2021, 27th October 2021, 11th November 2021 average. And also estimate for payable EBU effective 1st December 2021, 12th November 2021, 26th November 2021 average. And exchange rate. And also our and to a boom contact crude oil dear, petrol dear, gasoline, LPG, a jet, aeroplane dear, and so fuel wire, and also and a pebble price builder. Nina so a boa contact diaba. Enti we ya makan ebetram won se petro ni ebetum anase antum ebegyina ba bi agina no a anase ebesa akosoro kakra we aye Democrat your friend said the finder na what the about the informer and what I say coalition of concerned teachers and we my worry what I say abaye kan to kwabi na san to kwa na awoka no se wo mu kaso wo mu keka wo mu ho a na so be ya sepa Ghana Education Service and a control and accountant general department e ho be yire say ayi wo market ya no aba so wo mu de aba adwumayefo wo mu de aba ntem ya ne ya de aba 31st wo mu de aba ntem eba ya wo mu nkwasa ya si di dancing no free fa wo mu tese we a professional thief wo mu aseda and wo mu hwie teacher for na ebra woman some 12 kasa na Frank Jati deputy communication director emekuetre se kai abra
me da say so niati akenkan ni che say Ghana Private Road Transport Union for akashare wo mo members say wo mo enhase mboko jan wo mo mboko jan for den eno ne pese ye ginchichim Abbas Ibrahim Moro head of communications my Ghana Private Transport GPRT for yenene nkomo Abbas said asemo akwa baba ni TFM so
me jimo so but then me kasa as representative of Coalition of Private Transport Operators ya ka wajuma na ya baba kwa ya take decisions no.
Okay, so Coalition of Private Road Transport Operators.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. But that's what I'm saying. So, ni akin say mwakache mo members wo mo nshase mbo ko jan kokko Sesanity, Dentia, and I'm Muslim members in Bokoko, Kojai.
Yo, me yadawa say ye chat here for now. Say Oba Kaya, ye how assembly kotu abainene. And now we were hoping say ye back capture budget no more. And you can't check for so be anya but na kind budget no. Ye kind budget no do and I asem no. Ye can one sem bia. No nema and then in answer ko share. And you spend about 3 hours. Now you swear the advantages, need disadvantages. Finally, no, by conclusion, say, Frenura, young country driver for you now, the whole country will be on Bokonja. Kojano, ye Bokopim Sunday, best friend, and Ra Kopim Sunday. Yes, no, young to me, you Maya, and their Monday. Obia de no car besi obia en kanu car no where American taxi for trot for Uber for Okada for crab e kan ho tipper trucks cargo trucks and articulator trucks ye nyina the car besi o but one say at times akwada pa ba na wasisa no enura ye ko dampo ye no afena apan for enura mo aka say ne now on beba na entrance was I trauma to mean so your background we have acknowledged receipt of your letter say no na mama apote e look and buy but no yet the cojan started you know there na suma abekan say 9 o'clock on beba my entrance and the asian pipe almost say the peno omoya my draw for ni na omubotomu so my best is kakra.
So Abbas yen said idea yenim no kai kakra mo hia asem na mo de to krata so bia na mo hwe se bia anka budget ibe aban be bibi wo ho ene dem pa
yo me da se biom me say obia nim say the petrol ni spare parts prices cost ro yes san lorry fare ye jinu na ya maso. And this time, send a petrol around giddy no. Ya who say, O my, I will move and Sikani ho. Crawford be brain near Juma. Somewhere June, ya to lorry fair muka crapo. Ya who say, short distance no. Crawford jai lorry full. O more cover 3 miles journey, o more monantico. And say, my year to my bathroom, kakra, ya who ye. And the pemper so I to ye, a sound can to lawyer firm, and I cancel. Tabi, passengers no, Omoya Bosan for, Omoya ya manumuni, ya yirinumu, ya papa numu, ya mamenumu. Ya interested, then I answer bear, ya the pebble na ya where my research won't say. Near my dear goo, petrol, so my petrol price no. Ado be de ado e niam no be kura wo ho a ene enti se yen to ahoka enti yen niam be 5 bi na ya de to aban nanim sa aban niam ye e kwa cho yi free mu my taxes I for petrol nyina yeah about 13 and I move 5 no ene numere atwemu enti ye say on yi free ho my no yi free wa e be ma ye ho be hi ha ye kakra yan to lorry fair mo I trans was mo e be ma lorry petrol wonu be ba from kakra okay yes asem ni na niama ye kan ni na wo no tofa it's about 1 cedi 50% from a liter of 6 cedis 99 pesos na sa the kai abanje to no ye free mo and taxi driver here do ma use 5 gallons no pon Okoto 5 gallons of 30 Ghana. I shall not to mark of here. Next, as 30 Ghana in a petrol autonomy. Petrol driver petrol by 10 gallons. Our point. Open around 50 Ghana airco or no, so the Ashan bottom with their coffee. And then in a petrol talk no more. Until Yasam now, until you trauma buyer, I buy to men boy one country as me. You can't so budget ma ye hu say maybe asema otia no say yen ye chobo he no na ye ya maybe obeti nti na ye fa kwan a anka ye fa so yi na enra omo de nkra ba say ne on be say 9 o'clock omo ye be trans nti ye de ya asem ni nyina ni ye kasa mo nyina ye nka say baby aya jira no ye nto ye 9 ya nka sa also o baby a nti omo ba na omo de asempa ba yenso ye de asempa be hye omo na enko ye ni
nti ministry ben why portina munya
transport and finance.
Okay and from the Ministry of Transport and Ministry of Finance in paying for say
omo na omo ba be hye
okay and but still red no there
red no there ye de ya wona nya wo ya ye nja wo fayo ekuso a just say solve your problem
and it says a binance solve problem ne dia na it say mo beto lorry first no won
me dada on solve problem na lorry first o yanka wo baby journalist mo so mo ye very tricky so ye ka sai makata say ye beto lorry first
me bisa asemu
me no dia yanka ho asem ye ho say ye japade bi wo baby o mo fa sa japade no mai me fa so jembra because omo fu ye card bia ye so ye dwen omo ye dwen omo pa e ye yi petrol no so maye ye njai lorry fa asem na ye ntra wa so jemu
me ja lorry fa asem na nye ye because ba ko a ma kan wa ha no say Ashanti GPRT threatening strike 30% increase in fares over high fuel costs just Union mo Asante mantem crowd so omo cost strike ni ade increase ni lorry fares entina me busa asa no
okay obi o kan asa no o de ahomhie na e kan asa but ye nyina ye je to mu say by Sunday don't forget say Ashanti national chairman he was formerly the Ashanti regional chairman and then national chairman the can be Ashanti region for we expect say on be so very fast than any other person no pa yansa na maybe say kojana sem kwati sen wo kuma se o and ya sem no dey sign
because Union Sumaila ya watching or the two dwa no kan
say no ye omo regional chairman or but me say or the say spices be aka Asian kwanu mu say na be kwanu be ye de
okay well yan hwe say mu hia mpanyifo a aba se nya san ba ne aba be din komo say bia
kwan da ho because enyem a ade ye bomu for MONTIE ase mu ada Roma and ye ne mu de say onipa 9 in Paboa
that's it
yes that was
Abbas Ibrahim Moro head of communications my GPRT national but was see enedi okasa my Ghana Private Road Transport Coordinating Council just said woman so I say coding nyina o maka bom various unions no maka bom to wait say ano a papa enya asem ketwa
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawroko fiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Rainbow Ewa Kaswa see the NDC always opposes the good policies of the NPP government without providing alternative. How can Ghana develop with this attitude? Semo Rainbow Kaswa no di fee and what they buy Sule Ewa Sunyane or say whenever the clueless NDC goes to opposition, they behave like they like Ghanaians than any political party in Ghana. But when Ghanaians give them power, they lack common vision to transform the country. Sule Sunyane and Wadifi and Wadibaye. Sorry. Indeed, yesterday, Honorable Kojo Oponkroma exposed the NDC minority and also schooled them as to why the budget must be passed without partisanship. Sorry. And that's from Kwejo Edu Pako, President Concerned Patriot of Facebook, Achimesium and Wadifi and Wadibaye. If the economy is in intensive care unit, parliamentarians' salaries should be slashed. Article 72 implementation be cancelled and be revised downwards. That's Ray and Odiwe Edi Ebaye. Positive change. Omadino say President Akufo-Addo and his people can't misappropriate or steal $5.5 million of poor taxpayers' money in 4 years and turn around to tax the same poor taxpayer for more. Positive change, Medina and Odifi. Yauza says taxes have become a necessary evil that needs to be lived with. And I believe the explanations given to the utilization of the e-levy is very laudable. The onus lies on the government to use the taxes judiciously for its intended purposes. That's Yauza Swami and Wadebaye 0503721744. That's our WhatsApp plan between the Wajin Chedia for so. Yanko in me and so Yanin 70 being fee, their bon crater and come out boy me, kind be mammy.
I was so for Ghanaian times a crater for Tosumi and sir. What the Abrantia been funny about why a friend of Frank. Abrantia and wafer papa. I won't see I am Mamma the answering for Tinia, a biddy the BT. Nanim da one say ya kama innocent. Na a deputy superintendent of police, public affairs officer, Portal Regional Police Command, deputy superintendent Fiatenge, and Waka say, what else more one more, and your flow one say, a possible Muntu Americano, Nadaya Wafian Muyadano, a mubopa, and Pampire free mobile and to Mintina. Muntu Americano, if you know of Yave, and no of water rating war. A weapon a party for the America, and your mobile ministers, your mother buy and Yasam Ketua. And I yes, you say, study a mubo pam pampire free mobano, young to me grant Nefia, a dear Necoswa, a party for your son here, young Kobudan and in young Cosemua, Wamukobu, Diane Cosemua, yeah, where the young tin in penny Samada. Waba. Eye Lizzie Bruni, Fafa, Anna, Yakunu, Yadina suffrage, Nanam sa Yadu body ni suffrage nimuno, na entumin komu yenti, a quite crada, Anna, I said the air pro, and afraid no soon to mean cover a munina. And Tim Pampire free one mobano, and yam Pampire Ketua, and no, and a party for be a swa, ay. Na, if you have war. Lizzie na yakuna safri timi Lizzie near yesu na diana muhunu ye aya hu sa ne boyfriend Frank ba ha kwa ye ne hu sa dan ya cartoon ete ya chicha Frank ya wo mu hu Frank on the run a police for say Frank you can run but you can't hide baby I will say biada a police for show any anka to America na fa won koma aposifo anya sa na sa aposifo nsa so mu sekim wa ba say yes aposifo atso wate enti wo mu chista abrantia ya friend Frank ya make say ne picture da ha no ne hu afa pa wo sala course kama nanim da ho abrantia unity se broni na ninto wi kama na so etuatua wonom kama wo mu chista abrantia Frank ya wo mu de awura na mu akwa se ho municipal hospital womo sa papai na womo di adanse na the bokrata Ghanaian Times mu what the Aba center spread wo and what is envoy womo ya baako enso obi ade ne credence ya de ma no firi ni mamu ade aba betre mampani na de odi kan de ne credence baaye as a ambassador of free Israel Aba Ghana ha ya friend Suromite esufa wano Suromite sifa ewie ya pe na Kiba ambassador Mrs. Annette Chao Garcia wano so de ne de kwatere mampani me na meba ya ambassador wa hanum say mampani tina wa tu owie ya wokọ ya pe na Egypt ambassador so wa Aba Ghana wano so call ye Adesoki Mahmoud Yusuf wano so ade ne de kwatere mampani. After that, and a Republic of Equatorial Guinea, one also dear Waba Ghana ha, one dear Nidin wo, your friend Mauricio Mola Epua Obama Bidan. One also the dear Quatre, one no call ya pe, and a Japan ambassador, ya one also Bagana Hanum say, one no, your friend Mosesuki Husanobu, one also the dear Quatre Mampeni. After that, and a Greece in so, adding the Abatre, Nigeria. And so the Nidia Betrayer, a Greece Diano, the sea friend, Leonese Protas, or the Nidia Quatraman Penny, ɛna Bulgaria ambassador wɔno nso yɛfrɛ ne Yanko Veselev wɔno nso de ne deɛ kɔtena mampani kama ɛwɔ Jubilee House forecourt hɔ mampani di wɔnom nyinaa wa atu ɛkata wɔnom sɛ ba wɔm abɛyi so wɔm nim Ghana yɛasetenam nkakra mmara so die wɔm nso ntena ha ni mmara so na wɔm ma mmara so die ayi wɔm adwuma deɛ a ɛne nyinaa yɛbɛtena kama afei wɔm ɛma wɔm man so nyɛ din pa ɛwɔ Ghana ha nim sɛ yi a saa nkɔfoɔ yi aso wɔm adwuma sesa ambassadors a wɔm yɛ wɔnom adwuma na kratafo ato so du wɔte ɛwɔ Ghanaian Times mu waso obi mpani nkɔhwɛ Kanesi market hɔ wuturu wɔnom anhu betiri ayɛ bola ɛna ade Kanesi market yabɔsoɔ yaboaboa bi anu gu ha yaboaboa bi anu gu ha enti pedestrians ɛna traders ne shoppers travelers ne adehye ati wɔnom nyinaa sɛ na deɛ na ɛkɔso yi Ablekuma Central Municipal Assembly abankra tipani woni hɔ wetu kwan da adwuma wei ɛna na Greater Accra Regional Minister wɔnonyafo Henry Kwete Fato no so a na wɔkrekre krom esiesie nkankama ɛno mpo adapeta yɛde twa papa yi sɛ wana asoma no ɛna ɔno nkwan wɔsiesie krom ɔno nkwan wɔsiesie krom sɛ papa gye na home kakra nnai kɔsɛ Kanesi market wɔ enwura bola ɛwɔ no mo bɔse kan wɔte sɛ nsuo anso totɔ enti kwadala ɛba na kwadala ne tu atesa Kanesi market di wɔn awu enti wɔsrɛ mpanimfoɔ sɛ so wɔn antu anamɔ ntempa ankɔ Kanesi market wɔnom a efi ɛna ɛgye wɔnom abɔ so a de bɔkrata Ghanaian Times ebo mu amane wɔ ha na de Herald anim ha kratafa ɛtɔ so mienu wɔde abranteɛ mfoni abɛto anum sɛ yɛfrɛ no Joseph Akon na Joseph Akon ɛna Director ma Public Affairs Police Service Superintendent Alexander Wobin ɛne nsɛmtɛfoɔ kasa na wɔn kasa wɔn akɔte anwurɔbɛs na anwurɔbɛs a wɔn kɔte wɔn no abranteɛ baako wɔn a wɔkura ID card a ɛtrɛ so wɔyɛ adwuma wɔ National Security yɛfrɛ no Joseph Akon na Joseph Akon ɛbrɛ wɔn kɔte anwurɔbɛs na ɛyɛ korɔ no bɔ bi a wɔn akɔbɔ ɛna wɔn akɔwurɔ bi wɔ bi 5,650 ya no akɔ year free ɛyɛ automated teller machine the friend say ATM machine no wakɔ year free mu ɛna wɔn tete no a ɛkɔbɔ no korɔ no ɛwɔ akwantimfi ɛnya no nko akorɔ no bɔ bebree ɛna saa mmeranteɛ wɔn de wɔn ho asɛm a na wɔn bɔ korɔ no Nathaniel Akomia wɔn nso ɛka ho Francis Amuako Richard Boate tankɔfoɔ nyina wɔn gye di sɛ wɔn yɛ National Security Operatives ɛna wɔn de National Security no akate wɔn ani ɛna wɔn de pu nkɔfoɔ fa so bɔ korɔ no ɛno na nam so ɛma National Security wɔn yɛ ano wɔn bɔ korɔ no apolisifoɔ akɔte wɔn mu a yɛde handcuff ato abranteɛ yi nsa yɛ yɛde na abɛto demokrate yɛ nim hɔ anim sɛ yi a enipa bi nso ɛka no ho ɛnneɛma a wɔn kɔgye yɛ nyinaa nso wɔn ɛde egu ha no mu a demokrate ɛbɔ mu amaneɛ na African refiners ɛna distributors ɛna wɔn bɔ mpanimfoɔ yɛ aba so yi Executive Secretary ma African Refiners Distributors Association yɛ wɔn wɔ Nigeria ɛna wɔn pɛ kɛtɛsi kɔ ɛma Chief Executive Officer NPA Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid ɛwɔ ne head office a ɛwɔ nkran ha na bra wɔn baeɛ no ɛna Anibɔ Kraga ɛde abasobɔdeɛ ɛma Abdul Mustafa Hamid Aboti wɔsi Aboti ayɛ adeɛ paa etuma yɛde hyɛ ne nsa yi wama watrɛtrɛ ne nkwabɛn mu ebie ne pono to wɔnom sɛ obi amfa na gyenkyerɛ mmra sɛdeɛ bɛyɛ a NPA betumi atina ne nan so na ne partners ahodoɔ ne wɔn yɛ adwuma nyinaa nso obi abetumi ayɛ adwuma ma nipa koro na kuma atɔ ne yam ɛno ɛna nam so a wɔde abasobɔdeɛ ama Mustafa Hamid sɛ ɔvakwasi wayɛ adeɛ paa na adwuma yɛ asɔnni
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawuro Kofi Aman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo NEAT 100.9 FM.
President, that when you start from His Excellency the President, you have to go to the Vice before you come to the Speaker, and then you go to the Chief Justice. But we have three arms of government. My colleagues in the Supreme Court told me that actually you are not number 3, you are number 2. All those who were present at that meeting were convinced when the Supreme Court judge made the submission and justified it. It's not me saying it. I have said I'm number 3, but they said I'm wrong. I'm number 2. The three arms of government, the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, are equal arms of government and must be treated as such. I will insist, and I expect to get the support of members, that it's not this government, rather from 93. Parliament, the judiciary, has never got 1% of total revenue of the country. 1%, no. And so I started the discussion from the highest, His Excellency the President. And he was shocked when he saw the data. My colleague, the majority leader, the minority leader, are aware of this. And then we discussed how we could transit from below 1% to about 5% within 4 years.
Number 2 na no akasa.
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawuro Kofi Aman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo NEAT 100.9 FM.
Yanko enim yanto aso na yanhwe de bon krata no nkomo still ebi kwama
ayo abusuafo adabokrata Ghanaian publisher esa wo adabokrata wodo no bebremu wade aba no wata se papa yi ya frano Honorable Stephen Asamoah na oye Director General State Interest and Governance Authority yesiga wobeye adwuma emfie kakra nie watere ne bobre pa wode nsakraya soronko ene a onkeka soronko bi abasiga wonmu a womadwuma ya konkan na papa etre se wantumi mfa nani baako anhwa toam ne sa wonti nani mienu amfa hwa toam ne sa wonti adibra kura no se siga Chief Executive Officer wadano Director General no wade ato honom anya ade a wobeto aso aye adwuma no bio baabi a wode nani kire aye MPP amanyoko chairmanship dibra no a empenisi akonya tofi adesie nyina tumi pribi na nka chairman Fred Blay ana ya national chairman so wo so wonko bio na nipa baako a wobi atu adi nachi ebo wo sema no ayo ononyamfo Stephen Asamoah wanu no ye game changer wade ansakraya soronko eba MPP amanyoko nimu a ebetumi ama 2024 enkunimdi aye wonum dia what say MPP party no. This is the time where we are strategic man. Yeah, we betumi change the fortunes of political ranks. Ediama o main and a titru MPP amanyoko no. Na nyu obi ase eye wono Honorable Stephen Asamoah wano no wabaya national chairman Adiama MPP party no a ni tibra ekura no Sesiga Director General no wade ato wose onye bio wakwa akopre MPP national chairmanship na wasande aba Democrat yemu and what I say ai aban wana Minister of Lands and Natural Resources so ama womo akwa mfidie aya excavators equipment no a yedi tu afomu agudie mining no aban akwa biaba na aban dia wakwa akota bese aya baako 100 equipment ya aya kase ya kra ya bedru ha enumpo aya $113,000 ana akudi abuo koso ye enti ya say nim say 2 weeks today ebeba bedru Ghana ha na ya dia ya adwuma na ayi adwuma yi akwa ya China fo nko a na eye enti asasa aban ade ne ho jimbi na ya no de be responsible ayi China fo yi ene nkofo nkai no wo ye responsible mining baby a wontuo no wotu ensuom no wo mutu aha no wo mutu na we no aban nkasa ene wakra sanfidie yaba excavators akase ya wode abe baako 100 enu say ye de ye mine no a be responsible wo spark ya tutu wai baako ne de say enam tama sense ni nya papentie mu wusie ena ye de ye excavators no ye de ya aso no ebetu say na ya nyanaba ni ye de akogua ni akohoro no kama ni ya sesika okwo wo mu a ni ya huru ni nyina ni ya yiska no agu ntan ye de say ne ye be ye no ye nya ne te say de others no na wo mu ye no.
Well, so Asamadaya publisher, anyway, the Ghanaian publisher, government buys $11.3 million mining equipment to support indigenous miners. Now, your person, Yedi Hong Kong Kakra, Michael Kwejo Pipra, President, my concerned Small Scale Miners Association. Michael, that's him. What about Nita FM? So, I know pay. Nampomwe. Mimbusa, so Diana Mukoi Munimfa IS Asemia Ghanaian publisher can say a buying the Sikabaya $11.3 million here the top mining equipment.
I mean I think I'm with you for.
Give for Joseph.
I think on my way Kasano, we are not being candid to this sector. A small scale mining sector. Sector way without a buying more, it will provide and it will produce 45% of total gross production of gold in this country. Notwithstanding, for now, only it will 20 years tax free. So I hear Jumawa. If you want to 40 years tax free, the Jumawa your own care tax. If the answer is so many Juman, on to form a good year no ever Ghana. Na on Franco. And no, I buy any DG. Yeah, sector. Sector way, I'm so you're saying. Irrespective of the Becobia, say, you'll be a bonny, so be a bonny, be not free in Nano. It me a boy, and my total revenue are buying any fee on. A idea, a more do, a sumbo. And Tabia, I say, if I think I'll say, Obekaya. It's she excavators. It's she excavators. You know, can say, excavators need to be what I say. You know, can say, excavators need to be a shino. You know, can say, excavators need to be you. This is another say, the Muslim could be a legal mining, and for that matter. Antidote, then say, excavators, or say, you free coin, now it me bra, galamsey, so, you can't buy. That was a misplaced practice. And for that matter, no, that excavator, no, it will get to the time you need this excavator. And all then, you have to say, or you $11 million. Say, or the cotton mining equipment. Not in year. 11 million. No.
Mm-hmm.
And tell the president, Takwa. Say, alternative life program. Say, you be phobia for mining sectors, and what you might sustainably. Now, almost I'm saying beam, and I'm one for your mind.
Mm-hmm.
What the matter? He has instructed finance minister. Say, a budget, you know. How far? Now,
Michael, I'm quite sure who drive.
If I talk to me,
who drive home?
Parky Kakra.
Because now it's our money to chase into the Namibusan.
Okay, say, yeah, no, about my money.
Young Cosso.
And you know, or say, Olema finance minister, you know, will be Takwan or kind. I'm making sure that the allocation I had it will be much more a substantial, a bit media empower this sector. And I said, okay, no problem. Yeah, try budget in any. As we speak now, the very ready budget enough. There was no application in the budget in ready. They are now the taxes here. Now on our gold sector no, and our export sector no. That taxes no, and no, or paper, go for smuggling. Into no site, no my budget taxes. And I said no, I buy that I. Then I say, then okay when they say, you know, you won't they are talking me, no. I buy say, you see, or the $1 million have a top mining equipment. It made a blanket statement. And then the ABC said, is it for only excavators? Some see the view. Meaning, you're making this calculation. Excavator tobacco, it worth $200,000. In 2 years, it's only 50 excavators. In year, 50 excavators, you know, is insignificant. They told me, you know, I might have a one over two. Or we refinery team. And to redeem the 11 million. Or the Babet or refinery machine. That go refinery, you know, but go up $1,000. Nipa or the back the first Stephen Yabua. And as you know, it seems that the eco we don't really understand the offset as a buying. Because you see, equipment here about to be. It means the Ghana essay. You can't say here and what if Rabbi. Here, excavators now, it be a shinono. You place here, dear my. Because also, you are seeing a prano, not sector has been growing. And yes, in your baby, and we as small minus, and you are okay. That also, you know, that also the baby to go extracting machine. I don't know, my coin and put every million in half, you did quato. They started our Ghana since Adam and Eve. Yeah, they are see a boat. A gold in yes, so. You see, you're okay with the extraction. And I find in his own wisdom, no, or come machine be extraction. Yeah, for good, no complaint. Yeah, complain is this is what I am for also. Name at the end of the day, me complaining. Now, I did to go there, na dorsum. And you know, me, I make autonomy the abreu. Two, check gold extraction, so who baby, who be you gold in Ankasa. Don't concentrate in Kitwebe. What do you mean for the free need FM? Now, they are constrained FM and continue good. Mining, you know, there, if you know, you develop it, I get it to be a young case to be the strategy good. It's no more is really say, or no, they are called every is or more extra money. We told them they didn't listen. Again, they catch them say, this year you go to Baba Tono. Distributing channel no say. After now, we can say, okay, yeah, the most messy and I the more of thing. And I say, okay, fine. All the stuff in the crown. No, I didn't find a gold in because of being called the owner. Because I mean, they call go extraction for only Panajana. No, they be a day, may now kilo. But the investigation who may be assassin in Korea. We live in a political area. Why should he operations in the Kuta, Obi? So, Crown assassin may be, oh, yes, would you want to come to the farmer in Papa. It is a known about echo, said the acquired there. Yes, Rabbi. But this type of so you mentioned there. Put your come here. Yeah, catch excavated month. Because you see a chat, you know, be a assembly who dance here. And JB Kaya, this you need report party, Professor Report Batting. I say, Almost the technology be fighting galamsey so be kaya. Because what 2 billion and then minister ne say and I be ministry ne say that drones ne koto over 2 million drones ni nyawe. This I say the BB stop an application e ko triaka ye di minu mi no taxpayers mo di ko tria sa galan stop ne ka. And ye be creation. This is the time I ever saw with galamsey. This application you could track over $1 million now. It is an say was allocated 11 million out of the corporate equipment. Procurement and two equipment bank on Mokoto. See equipment no more debate. What we need is the buying wants to show good faith and he wants us to believe so good ruler. Yes, almost no fire the money. And money go pay Skabiama. Excavate almost after because in his own wisdom, they be here excavated. And for that matter, no say it is be yet IRA. These are the things we are only asking him. Say money go no go pay maybe me no abetia. Yeah, the capital this one. Omo fire the money. Secondly, no go yes.
Yabema Michael Jinaye because I'm saying a home baby the way see no a man community no I din kakra yabema Jinaye na yetimi ene no atwa nkomo so need 100.9 Ghana Montie dwumedie so no asogo yane Michael Kwadwo Pepra president concerned small scale miners association ene ne din nkomo na we asemo the Ghanaian publisher the Abokrate him say are buying the $11.3 million kwakoto mining equipment whatever best support to indigenous miners. Now, kind story now was see the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources is set to stifle Chinese nationals from the small-scale mining sector through the acquisition and supply of mining machinery to indigenous miners. Now, 100 of the equipment have reportedly been imported at a cost of $113,000 each. And 20 are expected to arrive within the country in the next 2 weeks, which the ministry said would be a game changer in the sector. The machinery, which has the capacity to reduce the use of mercury in small-scale mining, will ensure Ghana honors her commitment under the Minamata Convention on the use of mercury and also ensure the devastation on the water bodies and the environment. Water bodies and the environment is reduced. Well, so say and I the Bokrata eka. Michael, now we check him, but send the Bokrata can say. I don't care buying A2 Sana Moin. And it's a Chinese for your maji, Juma as a mining sector, our boss. Some machines you are buying this is say a bar, a bebois, mercury near the idea modia mining. Sanya Manina, no, I see it too. I don't know to Sana Moin.
I think the problem is just a buyer cannot. You say you in a matter convention. To get to a timer, you better eradicating mercury. Our society. You know, I was say a second hand paper mercury, if mining, which is laudable. Convention in Nigeria. And the woman said, a good faith, and I take Cessation. Yeah. Who call Aqua School of Mines? Professors need to develop a baby Kabutia. I will bet with the extra to gold. I'll be 90%, 98% to coffee. You know, because I'm first come to say, and you'll be acquiring Australia. Outside this country. And I know, okay, and no, dear, or say, that's any punishment. Have you thought of it? It was Ghana, you know, because as we now, the air to develop a new strategy. Called in the America, we are near the unknown family. And when a woman it means a good for. So we are telling them that, hey, Tikano, Yadiba, because of our gold extraction machine. And it misplaced priority. Because it started to go to Ghana. There is scarcely a gold to the CDC. There was 45% total gross. That's a bunch of fire. And my young can't for excavator. And she is excavator. The age mamma bound. The young castle is money, a lucky excavator. What we are telling them is, Oma perspective, ya did you excavate? And maybe so could think so maybe better they replace those excavators. That's because I had the copper excavators in his annual man. We look at also EPA, cars to crowd more than 4 rounds. I could take the environment. Wouldn't be Oba Mineral Commissioner, the handicap. When they fight against Galamsey by a buying is some castle obesity. Minerals Commission in all the district capitals are here mining. And look at the Baku client. There was car. Let's say, one of the cost of 8 million money here, let money more. Don't see, sir. I didn't order than it. I could look at that. In an affair, excavators in your order that. Extraction machines, extraction machine that. I buy a better way to make clear. Who can mining at 2069? Who could our lines put me a farm make? You know, moving from Parliament. Now, you receive that there was a license. I am banning making use it. And when they are solving problem, they say, a control machine. Nipedi, Ebeko the bottom. Who make Kaya and Tavia? Before what in it has been. Rules like a say a cotton a day, a day by the bicycle and say, become $2 million. That does that. It's in the presidency or whatever. I think in the year I did every day, and we want to expect different results. Monitoring and MOE, that is why I guarantee that's pump money into the monitoring. They pumping money into the monitoring. Who say, yes, mostly minus. And now buying a better estimate at the Amaye. You know, because most times are not UT bank. They give you only home, and if you want to loan, they give you. I have a lot of people. Look at me an example. Now the banks are not trying to give us loan. If you say I would let me, I buy from my banks. No one say I want capacity. I want good loan. That's any business come from my. Now banks need to not give me back. And say, take a blanket system. I got to excavator. You know, behind you, excavators in the banner. I mean, you said the banner, the command, and I did a man a copy of mine. You don't say at the end of the day, a better business, all right, but you to me, that business. That you are here, who enemy, and neighbor.
I see. Well, young Resenia Beko, and a peer bedas, Michael Nady, see, and I'm saying, Chimmy, I shall see a bidding on the account. Michael Kwejopi Pra, President Consent, Small Scale Miners Association, and a pay need. FM Suno Asogwe. I say be a benya, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources in any ministry news rate me dinkomo. Yen sanka omo, yen saka empenyi for na yebehwe na ebianchechi mu awomo se we no galamse na ban ba be ye de be mpa because amanfo mfidie agigi ye bi kura ye shishi bi ni ne ka ho enne aban anso scientist ke kwa akoto mfidie ni ese de support minus mfidie ya shi bi ye chi wo mo agigi ye ye sanka akọ support ye tom machines ni bi wo mo be kirechire mu nti ehefo ne de saa ye mfidie ye de be mo mo $11.3 million wo mo mfanya de be important pa say na no wo mo use mercury well to say bia Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources o mo timi be chechim
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawro kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan e wo need 100.9 FM.
I mean, kind comments ni bini anko any man pay we say KWASI hope you now see the minority are only doing politics. Kojo Oponkroma has really schooled them. How can importers of palm oil be given discount? Nana Ponsa Bediakon, Nanya Banana de Mahom. So man on Kofabayu. Well, someone of the Banom say, this is Adoma Yefio. Brian Adams from Asinfosu says, since some Ghanaians are trying hard to vindicate GM for his short memory comment, MPP will do whatever it takes to disapprove that assertion. No government in this country has ever created more jobs for the youth than the MPP government. Brian, it is time for the NDC minority members in Parliament to be serious and stop the usual unnecessary empty noise making and name calling for every single budget that is brought before them. Boatin our Denmark no di Dubai. Opare was NPP government is the only government who cares about Ghanaians. But this COVID has changed a lot of things. I beg Ghanaians, nobody should listen to the NDC and their propaganda. Opare Suhum Enodi Fi Enodi Baye. The Minister for Roads and Highways, Honorable Amwakwata, did nothing wrong. The cessation of the road and bridge tolls nationwide cannot be termed as causing financial loss to the state. That's one here. Yao Sankiri Difitaifa no deba. Nane Kuyamwa Boating Ewa Ablekuma Central say Ghana's economy is in a safe hands, so the NDC should stop wasting years with their usual rhetorics. That's Nana Kuyamwa Boating. Amisko Spelele was say paying of taxes are unquestionably to boost countries' economic growth. It is our obligation to pay taxes, and we have to do so to develop our country. Amisko Spelele. Ken Oforiata's budget is fantastic. NDC. The NDC. The killer budget debate has just begun. I want to take this opportunity to thank NDC minority legislators for the way they debated. I was convinced that they will not let us down. I know they will strongly reject this useless budget. Alhaji Willie P. Efie Kuma and Odifi not about
Ghana Muntie na mansanya so adawro kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan e wo need 100.9 FM.
Utie oha extra ponkno. Needs FM.
The show wa eja oba ene hunkonkron dim.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat.
Injija wuhuma malaria enka wonto them. Lufat eye malaria drop ekope.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And aye Lufat. Lufat a two malaria sententem.
FDA ahwehwesa edwede nkratoyi ajatum se eye. Utie oha extra ponkno. Needs FM.
Ghana Montie. Ghana Montie. Ghana Montie. Ghana Montie.
Odisampa Kasia bo Kowaka Tawansa Amaya se Kasia Waye
Onye yimu Nukretrodo Kagremen Kamadini Bo
Nita Fe
Mama Yentie Kasia ABOAGYE 100.9
Kwesi Bonkwe.
Today when we collect our tax revenues, it can't even satisfy debt servicing and then wages and salaries. That is the true state of the Ghanaian economy. Mr. Speaker, wallahi, Mr. Speaker, wallahi. Wallahi, Mr. Speaker. Wallahi. The people of Ghana are suffering. Mr. Speaker, the people of Ghana, they are suffering, Mr. Speaker. I'm saying it, that the people of Ghana are suffering. Today, how families would even put 3 square meal on the table, it's a major issue. And as members of parliament, Mr. Speaker, I think that we should show concern, we should show empathy
I just came from the constituency. Everywhere you go, even in the north, the cliche is that wahala, 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 wahala. But Mr. Speaker, we are not here by accident. We are here because the economic management team, led by Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, has demonstrated a clear sense of incompetence. That is the truth, Mr. Speaker. If you look at the figures, we cautioned them. We told them about borrowing. We told them about the deficit. They insisted that they knew better. I think that the time has come for the president to consider doing the noble thing by dissolving the economic management team and getting a competent team to manage this economy. Mr. Speaker, having dealt with the 2021 budget, let me now attend to the 2022 budget. Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, one would have thought that this government would change course. But when you look at the 2022 budget, it is even worse than the 2021 budget. And I will demonstrate why I say that this 2022 budget cannot be described as an Ajenkwa budget. Mr. Speaker, they are seeking to raise tax revenue from 55 billion to 80 billion. What it means is that they want to increase our tax base by 45%. In fact, total revenue is estimated at 100 billion. How are they going to achieve that? Mr. Speaker, I hold here in my hands the fees and charges for specified ministries, departments, and agencies. This bulky document that you see, this bulky document contains all those agencies. The Minister of Finance says that this year alone, all of them are going to increase their charges by a minimum of 15%. That's what he's proposing. A minimum of 15%. So every government service that you try to assess, you should be prepared to pay an additional 15% on what you are paying. Mr. Speaker, and like the ranking member said, even when you've lost your relative and you want to access mortuary services, this government wants you to pay additional 15%. That is how insensitive and cruel the Akufo-Addo government has become. Mr. Speaker, as if that is not enough, after claiming credit for the benchmark values, getting the people of Abosoka to congratulate the Vice President, holding a media engagement in 2019 and telling us that he has done so well, because when you lower the benchmark revenues, throughput will increase, which will account for the revenue shortfalls. The Vice President and his economic management team, 2 years after that project, they are making a U-turn to withdraw all those benchmark revenues. And have the list here, almost all the vehicles that we import will be affected. So if you were to import a vehicle for your farm, be prepared to pay an additional money on that vehicle. So this issue that you are withdrawing it because of so-called production capacity is a complete misinformation to the Ghanaian people. Mr. Speaker, putting that aside, after promising that they will move away from taxation to production, I've already given you all the taxes they brought on board. They are bringing what they call the electronic levy. What does it mean? I want to give a clear critical example. If I were to buy this tablet, for say 2,000, and I take my invoice, the cost of the item will be on it, including a 17.5% VAT. Now, if I decide that I want to pay the cost, including the VAT that I'm paying to government, with my mobile money, this government wants to tax that tax that I'm paying to that government, 1.75%. That is the stark reality. In any country where you pay tax on tax, that is referred to as a regressive tax. That is why I wish to associate myself in its entirety and 100% with the venerable minority leader.
Okay, all right. So, Honorable John Jinapo and I'll tell you, say, Wakasa, I will hold him saying one Rasha Jim and Ra, or Masha, see a woman debate a budget, no. emu ensem no ma hyase edi ho enkomo na yenko ama no so Rajon Buedu twetwefo panini emma amanyekuo NPP yene no ending komo a number of issues bi ababetodwa Rob we da simu akwa baba ni TFM so
so na mo tse
ye pa na so so yan hyase ye ni komo kakra budget ofra na agenkwa budget dia na obeka ewo mu abia ususu se bia ma ya agenkwa isanse obete tobut ya yatumi ebinim usu na nado enye se na yesusu se oba abaye na ebi nsu E-levy 1.75% amanfo kasa efa ho anse dabi e wo soro dodo anope ye ni adrava fo idi nkomom chese wo mu nsem kra wo mu hwe nim se na nka budgeti aban nka niam obekan mpie mfimu amma entimi ka se kroma hyase ebo red band fee na akopem Sunday wo man ti bibie mfi aban honum sia na chese wo be cost strike na chese enu achi kura no wo ma sign ebi o ma ba beto o mo first no muni ne keka kan ho bebre na bi kasa fa so die na ma eye agenkwa budgeti
you das me tie fonna benya podcast anti ebewa o fanchane that's amemo na ye puno na ubu omaya budget ye afina bano ka benya skalefi ye this kind of bay and no budget na oshe omaya na oshe the revenue side of the budget the benya sikefi taxes ayejije and a grant a benya wa manane and a loan na shemi pa yang kapasika tia as taxes about 14% of the entire sky here yede ejuma na 14% equal 90% of the 14% it's yes as can in our own claim. All the other 15 regions 10% per annum. Contribution of indigenous businesses to the economy no form pa. Into una baya a kwabe na obefa so a obe bomode ama taxes ni tia no because just about 2.3 million people in the tia tax as opposed to maybe nipa 10 to 15 million on the tia tax. Into we are there and say about because it's doing cost of and the loans over the years. From 2009, NBC for buy. Not total debt, a car, now, 9 billion Ghana. Answer na Omonfihoro. Na Sakano, a balloon call over 122 billion Ghana. Almost about 1,500%. In fact, not debt to GDP ratio in 2009, now about 27%. Answer na NBC in Fihono, now call over 72% within just 8 years. Yes, buy a can be other couple 243 billion or so. When check now just about 250%. With the total NBC for the one. Also, that's GDP ratio also. You buy 72%. Yet so at the bar 8% as at 2019. And I covered the buy a mass kind of approximately. Kakoso to NBC and a cost. You must note that throughout the world, all countries immediately after coming the buy or more debt to GDP ratio. If you try a double digit, if you will so if you are failed to such a country, there's a need for you to use your budget to effect structural changes in your economy. And not you know, and say, 2017, you buy now, never was be I think most of it was filtering through import duties in Myanmar. Introducing what you call benchmark value. Yes, so that's 50%. It is idea. We cannot continue to do that. In our discussion of AGI, you will say the Ghana careful, yes, local industry, maybe good poultry industry. Say, oh, we have not two states go out here important. They are buying the same. Benchmark values of some 32 products are. Yeah, I say to me, I have a high year. And also benchmark values to the year. Now, and strengthen the local industry of half. So, to me, engineer or initially, the price is not cost of Kaka, but in the long run, they will be on their feet. Buying and say, textile industry, yeah, them still almost for the next 2 years. Now, and also upward, more rich now, almost. Yeah, come
but John Pacho, me Pacho, Sadia we are more can we. Well, media me economics get to be a mission. Yeah, sure, pa, say we have enough. I says from the so and they say yeah sure pass on mindset sanyama we yeah can say benchmark values near affecting intino yeah percent you boost to local production industries in intino ye fi hono yenim say anyama bebre wo on ma ye kra ye da so akra empo emu ni nyama ye kan go ni ade ye sure say ye we enough say ye benchmark values no efi hono. Is it not cases still that's so cry and muy impo bebre and 2 year fee or no and also affected prices nana.
Enough there. Yes, enough. In so far as some products the dampo or memha and strengthen local production. Yes, at the onset, my dear, the very leading to increase in prices. So for how long are we going to be importing cocoa in this country? For how long? For how long? See, at certain points in time, a country must take a decision as to the direction of person in my echo. It do be in China. I'm close down from America. I'm close to outside world. And we are working. Some more yes. Now mobile will be this. To the sense and then almost to be export to a more Japanese. I see. A decision we must take. Then, my dear must say, CCI, capacity, the China and the Buma, the bank, you bring your capacity. The bank, you bring your capacity. No. You see, when you are there, a decision I want to take it. Because here, you see the number then on the regular basis over here now, it is because we don't produce enough here and we depend on foreign imports. And exchange rates, and they are affected. So I think it's a decision as a country or taking.
Right. So I think we'll check the other ones before I may stop. But meaning say where we be I mean electronic levy transaction, for instance. Okay.
So, yeah, you're waiting now. There's a plan of first one. Very employment. Now, I encourage entrepreneur spirit in this country. Because on my account, we call Germany small scale businesses or small businesses. And when they create economy, as of being they're 1,111. But the real engine of growth, small businesses will be the guards of 5,000 will be the fee of 5,900 almost year. And now we can go my economy is now. Oko India, Oko China, I don't think they are buying anything. The program be buy friend new start. No, the best 1 billion Ghana. The possibility of getting about $500 million and no, the ever say between Martin and Baba or when private businesses. Now, after the training, you have one thing, I said to your now capital over here, they are over Jumano, the amount. Within 3 years, we will expect that they will generate $1 million jobs from this project. Osha Nakuya, Nankomo, Jumedina Bay, 3 years. 500,000, about 38,000. The police or more than presidency Debbie. Call up to December. Ministry of Communication at the project. Eventually, I'll absorb 50,000 at a home. Now, the other canon. It is by next year, you're going to start recruiting over 100,000 now it's now a creative job. Ghana for. Now I'll call you 11.
Yeah.
Now between the Oka Ghana Assembly. All the proposals will be better. All the proposals, then say, you to Ninfio. Nanka, you first walk a crack and to petrol. So now it's behind you because I'm a dream. Discriminatory. Obi on man, the car or the driver is living on track, a shaman on track, but away. On theatre. Now, a track honor, a quality. I say, a man from Elpocastra. With the old cockroom, which you are all quality. A crime before the two, almost to be. Now, because cars been charging into the ma, fine walking now, as I cost a lot of traffic. So, yes, she will not just say, the old can, the car in fact, so no emphasis can be but there's around 70 to 78 million. Mentila traffic will be yana. They decided to be issue on now. With these companies, Ministry of Roads, absorb war, because there are 350 of them prior people living with disability. You profile of we actually because some of them, a Juma or when you're in Tipo, a more qualification, Papa. Somebody may need or something. To win the idea of buying the share why? Ya can say now, saying United to say, Nissa Apostle, now loan. If you can't bend the first one, you will very discover. Yes, mobile money area from 2017. Now, the Padodoa extended. Dodoa involved around 35 billion, and then it's over 1 trillion. So the now mobile service providers almost 2% that are almost obiano argument to her. Almost wakunta mobia. Yes, we are going. Even when just 10% of internal generated income apart from the other 15 years. If you have a copy, their demand to see here, they're fine yet. And it is true. A kind of a brew or and although you buy, they are fine the brew, they are saying all other countries anyway. But still, there's more to be done. If you have a back, that's a person on the first side, it's very easy. A lot of resources to take care of our roads and other developments are also here. In fact, Ministry of this SDA Social Development Initiative, almost initiative close to 5,000 projects. Almost completed it. The only complete requirement is 4,500. And what different stages of development. I also it to be complete. You can it's around 3 billion Ghana cedis. I also raise this kind of complete. Even your complete and not only said the baby before for the next 2 years. Now, the customer wants you to make a reason. A young people, E-levy, about what it will raise enough money for our development.
I see. And send you see church media. I say Uda su jina so say yes. One more movie say be a budget we nya ajenkwano. Chechemu ya budget no it makes it ajenkwa budget.
Budget no na ajenkwa because we are forward looking. We are looking at a situation that young Casta as a country now. Then omo person mo kwa bucha omo ko ti avi the car American embassy and British embassy enya from just this application and you got to talk so the cano ewa yankasa ya the name papa to for say the year if it's already enough money enough resources for development maybe say going forward the debate in my year because you use from E-levy and the development young man Ghana for the acquire E-levy and the that fire continue E-levy my body the school we are E-levy my infrastructure we are developing not Ghana for and yet to get be a 777 obey akodi a car young Safayesia na you be a share and there are a lot of misconceptions about these things. Emma also to be yourself and Pamboa today. Why young cry total misinformation. Total is on churches say or say Nanatika or say Nanatia and Wakoyiska. And misinformation, and I think that never do I say the abroad because over foreign is so jokes. I don't think that we can run a country with such information necessary because look.
Now why not? I know blame you say bia yantu ya bon cheche mu yi e mo ntia se.
Yantu ya bon cheche mu ya na o wa kan de ofe. I dey no ntia se na o kan de ofe.
Ono ni ntia se no John.
Ndi yantra ma mo ha me ntia se na se ko ya ABOAGYE we pa bone na me ka wata because sana me ntia se and I will program I will see and yet time. Now my young I don't think that's fair. No clear what it says. With the E-levy, they're all sending to and you're better 1.75. They're all budget there. Obia anyhow, or but still happy crowd. Yeah, council be honest. Almost sending to car in a day.
That is niao chem ni ewo momodie no but eba no say remittances na if you abrochen dia no dia ne obeje ebeti no
and no so what discussion I know say with the momodie no make sense to say obiara biara obese ni sika endu 100 Ghana cedis a day nya dia ye beche whether would you whether would
yeah
to be clear. So, yes, I would say, so I won't say about that. We don't joke with it. Because the nation we are doing. That's it. If anything, a grass that we are buying. So I feel for misinformation. In addition to the way, for first time way. So, you're very, very careful.
Okay, all right. Well, abem say budget no nya mebusa ne yede no be si ne ye. Nia dom kuma eka se wamo de budget we no. Ti se eniema bi wo hono ma wamo ntiase. Momo taxi for instance, wamo se nya de wamo be support. Aban nyem fi hono se wamo support. And wamo ka so man penya akantuo ewotu ni yes wamo file almost about 2 agent questions omo pese omu hu so ka manpanyi plane na bia ye han ye de call na kwantu omu mra na omu ma ye hu bibia tue mu bia se aba ma ye hu sa ne mo ya omu approve budget no ne omu kan se na tew
ye de top tax by omu kan ge ya and then on top tax you see another one omu buy omu be and sometimes, yeah, we so it can be any because someone name says, let's be even the kind of revenue is very easy and they avoid development and you have to cry. As to whether presidents to find out to find out, no, yeah. Finance minister, I'm say national security. Some percent national security ever changed in terms of bill 2.5. At the time, I want to find available and I say available because every plane, even car or car, it will be what they call a friend repair and answer oil. It will be the whole day. Now, over Pia, either this or the Uber, and I said, over high capital for now, OBP. So, I'm not playing this. So, you might call it establishment. Maybe I want you to at that time, I said, I mean, it is also a change. The playing the band, and all that. And see, I know that I have no difficulty at all. If they want to have details of, I don't think that is a major problem. I don't think that the president's travel should be a barrier to the entire development of Africa. Problem. See, another minority, majority. So the view on MONTIE, the government should, before trying to also provide them what they are requiring, and there's no problem.
I see. Now MPP delegate conference in our Congress, no, and to update what who is here and saying, what saying?
Javier Domonte, I in regional conferences, maybe that time I hear constituency annual delegate conferences, also every year. No, there's national delegate conference here. You are chancellery, massive. Yeah, 18th, you know, reporting, that is Saturday, you know. And 19th, you know, the main day, main event, you know. Even 19th, that was in our corner, and I said 20th now. 18th, 19th, 20th of December, yeah, national annual delegate conference, you know. Over one, inaugurating committee, national planning committee, and the subcommittees, Sima and rather more central region and western region. Asia, communicators, no, and then already come over budget only among the Sobojima, and also money. Now, motivation was said at the moment, the moment. Before then, which year, now, just short and called the legislation, they were said. Almost in the E-levy disinformation it's me I'm all conference in the
I see. 2 questions na minja John. Enidim. Back why I kind of hand me say person me ju adwen che on say electoral commission di ababa to dua omo ka say CCR Ghanacard and the only idea on as proof of citizenship. Ebi apeso your registration or Ghana han say no many political parties need in komo. I say mu nyina ma pene so no an say one more twen say bia Rashe Bedwem be the legal backing in their ka ho. Saying and a tiepa no correct yes proof of citizenship Ghanacard and a CCR eba be ye tum say no pe and ebia say bi obi person otwo no din about to homa no mu a obeyusu.
No credit. The last time we share our partner, we share statistics and I for the buy in terms of the Paduto register now almost already 18 years in a bench now and said that endorsed to be and I just say we are allowed again in India and also over now Ukra and I can't maybe the last time now you see I know there NI card, passport, and so we need be a guarantee amount. She do be a after will be guaranteed in any to say NI card. It is now open to about 2024. We need be also quick. So, and on after a home also to start see I never heard that. Na etunema in take a decision and reflect.
Okay, all right. Now ukwe dia back wa me hwe na say me sure say urajo mboedu na kan say abangbagben osi o benefit position no wo no enya dia and I say enya dia work for nam say ojo we kwa dia say una kan ya me no nya adwen obi a watena parliament from 1992 papa edwuma wa ye say
campaign for speaker.
But you don't campaign for speakership. I mean, you know, you don't campaign for speakership. There be John. We quite there. Adabraka.
Obi akogana hegida from 2008 or 4 years. We need first second round, and now this year after 2012 could you up for what? Because to take a decision or not dream of the decision in your correct or mind about don't see or did you or got 2016 as I had to about one of the 2020 account. Now, no, if I wanted for crowd and for young sign, for crowd and young sign, whether in fact 10 tomorrow, tomorrow, we came to a compromise. And it's the man. Now, what you say, who will to me? It's the president.
Look, John, don't mess with the number 2 man.
Oh, what's the number 1 and family home? What you say? Who is the president? President into. Meanwhile, even if it counts the impeachment of the president, who won't trouble?
But so can't say Emran say the president can be impeached too.
No, you're impeaching on top by the whole cassette. Who will be to the president to I don't know. Yeah, too much. And now you're number 3. And now you're acting number 2. We do the cry acting number 1. We do the cry acting there. What is it? You know, now 7 means this a whole year sometimes. On this issue about Tory, for instance, yes, in Bramono, the Parliament is saying Parliament are the few. We are any more points of the human. But this is a situation you have to get the budget. You have to road to years until then, Parliament, they decided that you have to years before. One fact. Practice rules are now operational instructions. There will be a lot of confusion at the trouble. So, would you imagine, say, the entire directive ambassador, go to on to Parliament, if they take a decision. Before you do so good, are they going to pay or not? Your administrative directives and one brand by your free. Okay, say, yes, so good for almost sound what I'm running at the time. I don't know my fault. The obey to me, sorry, not 37 so good the organ and what could you now say? Monster, Mundiska. You never be a horn, did you say? No matter how jump, sometimes no. Wow, I have a friend that said, if you are any that's a big so we need that so big a pass. Yeah, number 3, yeah, number 2, I don't know. I can't.
Well, John, that's the other show. All right. Right, John Bodu, General Secretary for the New Patriotic Party, and pay and on your Dean Como, Neat FM. So now, Memra, na ye, na you may be the Democrat, na Pinifon, so Emra, and Betna say, your discussion segment in the camera. Why number 3 or number 2, Nina, a speaker.
Well, wadenka krankra so no wa 3 ana wetu abetu na 3 no na esre so wase na damfo brabo so ni chemenza bonso ana okata na bo se ana bo jamfa na mfo to nche you are not my co-equal
opposition.
Yeah, you are not my co-equal. See I see ka Ghana ha me toso me ensa opposition ne say. And afe wa jump every one mo asa ba no metu said ya ogusu jump no ube wa no asa jump aba number 1
Mami ko dis ankomo ekwamra me ba na yato aso Dr. Shibokoku Director of Electoral Services Maga Ghana's Electoral Commission ya ne doc ni ko kakra Dr. Dasi mo akwa baba ni TFM so so ni akin kan kire se odi atudwa se CCR de enche say ye babaji tum rashebe dream na say yenya legal backing na the only proof of citizenship bi obi betimi e de atro ne din abato homa no ye Ghanacard no kre so we no share no to say money political parties ni na edi ho nkomo
no man that do nkomo ake nte na kwa America sambo no nte issue awaja about environment so they say no you 91 and I see I 126 and I if I didn't know the percent Kenya no na news are na accommodate the you know but currently the law no we see 126 na Ghanacard passport and guarantee system the remove the guarantee system and passport and everything on the Ghanacard. But I don't just about doing that and within any valid. Once your name is there, we have about 17.1 million or more raised and one day they're already there. But wow, because of from there, you need a Ghanacard to prove that you are getting.
Okay, and your Ghanacard it is a idea who here pa. Unche mu no say yan ye din wo mu no dadan de say bia but ba ne say I don't foresee that but the man saying tie ba be new register ye ka say be new register to say upese ucho din wo bia that means you also need the Ghanacard say sa we no ba instrument no ba dia
the person continuous registration
okay
ntia no the way say from next year kono nya 18 years now I go for the district office. Now the Ghanacard, the Ghanacard would do also, and now date of birth also. The connect would date of birth is 80 years. Now, if I want to watch it, maybe what's out to Abba. Now I told you that I
okay. Yakase be no be 8 year, but the minimum 8 year radio, and you'll be able to know Nentias, no one can cause okay. Yes, CCR, me coachroom din easier. She said, "Be a mikuta Ghanacard." Someone yan shas yet.
There be so young trading classes. Yeah, she can say be a boss by the end of the year or next year, early next year, that you new loan. And I she can say be a course in Venezuela. Maybe some next year got the start to continuation. So by the time I start continuation, next year,
Enti udi wani ekinkan mu bua ebi abense brebense ana no be hyase no. O
party pono eguso ya discussion so ya ji em tepese e ka say maybe improve on make them start conversation.
Money parties ni gusu ya discussion.
And meeting.
Because minim say amanyoko NDC say no na sade we no na nya de a wo mo twe say wo mo mpene so ne ka ho enti minim say so far no because radio mbo edu sisi na ofia man so na okase the last IPAC meeting I said am say na mudi hu nkoma na sad decision no and minim say NDC wo hwe sa IPAC meeting na so matwe om ho afim enti minim how a mo ne om nso mo edi om bringing them on board ya dia discussion mo ka ho.
The ABOAGYE meeting is discussing. The other one is party minister. Even ABOAGYE disagree a parliamentary binding of the vote.
MONTIE ho yo, which means that NDC for no.
ABOAGYE meeting that but then to any party. But the ABOAGYE is taking decision every parliamentary
So the last IPAC meeting as our discussion about so no 9 p.m. NDC was here. But very important say be Kweku anahunisa because almost a major political party. Enti say one more baby or man baby I'm sure say u clear hono my anka and say ana.
So my mom answer.
Okay, in NDC and baby.
Mama.
Okay, all right. Mami nasi na yemfinsi wa say Dr. Kweku. Dr. Shibo Kweku na wadi atudwa no. So say IPAC take a decision ni we are na no anenti NDC bo woman mo IPAC nya reach decision no say one mo be pene so say ade be ye adwuma one pene so say ade be ye adwuma na che no ane.
Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie.
All the sampa Kasia bo Kowaka Tawansa Amaya sa Kasia Waye
Onye yimu Nukretrodo Kamadine Kamadine bo
Nitafe
Mayentie ABOAGYE 100.9
Kwesi Bonkwe
Boami da bon krata no.
Ayo abusiafo ame babewia nesa na de bokrata de edamanimu yi aye de bokrata ye friend say daily guide na daily guide de abakrata fa etoso ensia ho na what say etra aposifo gusu a womne enrobes esie ni na womu gusu a kakrankra free enkranza ekotechima highway wo ana nkofo akotina na womu bokro no na kro no a womu bone cars ya womu wie womu disika no na nya asam ketua but abra aposifo koduru ho no na asam ni ya nwanwa pa trese enkwada gina we bokro no nyina ya nkwala nko a nkwada ajara sagu wono krampo wo ba wo ka ho Rashid Ibrahim ena Ibrahim Idrisu Musa Ariduma womu nyina ka ho na aye aposifo no nwanwa se enkwada nketu atumi anya kukuturo egina kwan mu stop cars bo wonum kro no ti womu wonum sika na aya nwanwa pa omu nyina ya minus ya womu ya nkwada nkete kura na no na aposifo ensaka womu a esaye wonum enwanwa kakra afei 1.2 million Johnson & Johnson ena 1.7 million iduro ba kono ni nyina ba beduru ya de be bon kwada womu a every 15 years de kono womu nyina ba begisa mpane yi bi beboa wonum pa afei abatan yase mon kwada no afei womu kotu schools wa womu peso womu ko secondary schools no antna fie nya say Kojo kwana kwatu subi. Eba wasa betie mu aka se bebi ade me ba na to ne de mempe. Mesra wan kasa tu anamo na wo ne wo ba no nko school wo. Na kwatu su school a wo pese wo kɔ na fama no. Ema akwada no ankasa nkotu su. Wo kwatu su wi ana akwaya mansote. Na nkɔfo betiem na bebi ade me ba ne to ye kwan wa. Na ye ntumi nkɔ anya na metu su ye. Enso ebi ana akwada no ne tu su ye nti abatan. Muni etire bi na munkonko se meje mu adiama ova kwesi mi didi se ruade ya adom otena enkomo no bebre e wo hono mu a ye beto ato aso ama ova kwesi
mira say so the bankrata na kwabna bo akenkan diama en ma dwinkyere no bi nso hanum say menkan bi yenko yenim wo ye dwumedie ne so nana kwame Pasco won so in fact taxes promote national development and it's our duty to pay taxes to move Ghana forward. And to this one from Sofmami Domi, taxes are undoubtedly to promote national development and it's a civic responsibility to pay taxes. Hey, Ghana for no. Mukala Jonas Adia Keri says NPP has a mandate to deliver to the good people of Ghana, and that's exactly what we are doing. NDC can't distract us at all. Teacher constitution, we must say so. What country are we living in? Those who were saying fix the country are now running away from taxes. My question is, what do you want the government to use to fix the country? Teacher constitution or the Eben Eben say, according to Honorable Brian Echampon, the National Security Minister should keep the president travel secret from the electorate. Some of us want him to know that we will not also pay the e-levy for them to waste it on unnecessary luxurious travels period. Well, even fortunately, as is the past, if you don't pay, you have no. In fact, you can't do foco. Sorry, you use the thing you pay. So this one there, much ado about nothing, Pacho. Even Kwesi. Did I hear John Jinapo speaking against the budget? Please, just ask him to explain take or pay and the booty thereof. Kofi Ajiman, Ayikan, Doblo, and Odifi, and what they buy. Mimpeni Fatna say, and pay ye baby din komo baby here, and Sema Hodo Atoja, me baby G almost so my drink share. I'm sure say your question answer, my son King Kai. I am a comment in the B and pay. The amamu say mami fa we mfintwem na membra
be our own to it like listen na baby ya be chere no yes a pair you show almost say ya mo kan ya memiji wakulu se ba ya district wakulu ya ne leg digidigi wakulu ti yes a pair you show almost say ahana ya mokano ne stene ne wana ye beso one day e wasi yindu maka ne ye de yes one word for okulu ti ye de momo kadenda okulu
Ghana Montie all the sampa Kasia bo Nucretrodo, Kagame Kamadini Bo, Nita Mayentie, KWASI 100.9.
Kwesi Bonkwe.
Yeah, koye nim na senem di kan de two menim no empenifu atna say Honorable Samuel IP, former member of Parliament for Ayensuano, no, former chairman Transport Committee atna say o studio no hanum say Samuel Ayikwe a parliamentary candidate for the Agona East constituency 2020. That's on the LPG ticket. Here, his name is Honorable Nicholas Amankwa, MP. Is it Amansi? Amenfi? No, Amenfi East rather constituency now. On also about betna say about bekan home. But penifo me the Honorable IP Edu Studio Hanum say Samson Samuel Ayikwe. So I translate Samuel. I don't pay.
Yanko pardon.
Ekoye.
I don't name Bible.
Honorable IP.
What do you
say?
I mean,
I just want to say.
What we, Mammy Chia, and my sister station UTV. Story be a yard of hope.
Okay.
You'll be our woman,
right.
When I'm cool school. Me cry the member mention I mention my birth certificate in your will fee. Traditional birth attendant. Into place of birth house number 01 or 2. I ain't see no. Now when I'm cool school, when I'm in school. Now maybe you cram be a human and I'm establishing a private business, air transport company, ne busy I ain't see no.
Okay.
Into me I ain't see no near. Me nya MP cry na cha 2 weeks be ameko.
Okay.
Na UTV fusi. Me boss street light close about 600 street light across the constituency during the campaign.
Okay.
Just before during the campaign. Na and I announced on UTV for SMA. My constituency ni akotutu. Street light ever could be a fro kofi pare. Esan say me win elections. Na kwesi I some woman say kofi pare e kuro bia. Tanka sana wosi to aba ma me no. Sana nkro nyina ka no to aba na ma me anka bi asame da so ye MP. Nti yamfa ne se wo nkro be say 300. No abobo street light afa nkro ni nyina mu. Na wo to aba no we lose ya. Na ba bi a wo to aba na ma wo mom no. Ho na kwa to street light. Asam na UTV ni to gwa no kware bia se enim. My friend Kofi Pare bia no betumi di medin. Me supporters ni bia ni buafu betumi di medin. Ana kronfu bi betumi akotutu so ayi pesi. Ye go to mra. So me friend Kofi Pare man crowd no ye madam party. Me share that friend say na we dey me still ni di mara nsumo bia. We are for krom na he say atisa kwa bi.
Okay.
Obi afime echi akotutu street light bia na.
Okay.
Man crowd no street light amede bo ni nyina bobo. Yes LED type CB ni nyina bobo.
Okay.
Assembly member, our work of Pare, I don't pay. But here, I'm in a chat. What's a man crowd when I become some channel pa because street light a bubble ball on a ninja that's me pesa use no food in Aja to say. Project Biara Meshase. I also want to say, I chana what should be a meko. Rose Ministry.
Okay.
No, Rose Ministry.
Okay.
Because as a chairman for Rose, Minister of the Rose, through my influence, my project, road project, yeah, I ongoing. Contractors now see a chair one can walk to adwuma no so. Payment in my enti adwuma no astore. Sesiano contractors ni be break any site. Me gusu di chike say sika baba ni atua won kan won akoto adwuma no so. Ja yin so no fu me nya mumu kra.
Okay.
Enti ma min chia won. Chia yin so no fu nyina.
But me say story no net is saying was it a news be a fee online portal?
Online portal GTV Good Afternoon News.
Okay.
Na one more news you know show video no. Na nipa no ekasai.
Nti nipa no nim no.
You identify nipa no ekasai no. Nti ya suma anopai ma suma ereko no ho. So won go see assembly member no so.
Okay.
Na won ko say nipa no ho. Ni yan hwe say ontumi kire yan light ku a wo betu yi no.
Okay.
Though UTV ma me opportunity. Just same news na
my opportunity.
Yes, me responding.
Okay.
Na mo na me minim say as a journalist one, so won ko news be na news no news a identity reputation of somebody a. And so na be news no. We be tie di pan kakra because Newcastle no e kan sem bi a honso na me kakra san say me be ya MP 2009. Be year 2009 no me gu quota efi owuram be fa ko fi pare e be pim dokrochewa. And that was 2010. 11 years in the Quina to Yasan I awarding. This time from Unsam to Kofi Pari to Rome 36 kilometers. I first 16 kilometers. Ogun Kainoso. Now, so we can say 12 years, me question on air. One member opportunity. I'm a man, Chile, Quana, my pen 2010. That's
also more opportunity.
That's all my opportunity. Now, make an say. Okona who say Quanga to Tia. I pay what the MP 12 years. I then I'll to. No, what one check out my voice. One because I'm out from the Kasai, and if any be Kasai, then the MP will respond.
Okay.
Into Ubenya two sides of the issue. My members are more journalists reading Nanaya Kessel. May the news be Eastern region through Micro Crofi. American news in Mamma say Nanaya Kessel editor. Also make country say until see Benya DC near T the side of the story. We are not airing the news. And I think that is good journalism. It's one in a corner, sir. Na Minchia president, na Ado Dankwa Ekufado, and Abadi Chiri, vice president. Member won Woguso, ne Metie, the secretary, general secretary, John Boyd, Michia, baby, I will be a maniaci. Then I was here church and near me. Now, Messer Senia, general secretary.
So, with the Uchia,
you, your general secretary, Cassano.
Because what
Cassas, with my Babasso, Casasania, John Boyd, Cassa, and Ghana for Beijing to say. Ghana ni bia no enye Ghana pro wi ase obi anu oya VAT awa tax awa we tu
enti budget na no wa share
da bi me share here na woni kwasi
e be budget ko wa sa wonu ewia no kwan
kwasi wo program woni enti am program itie pa obi oben me title na me ka mu bia be dia dance say anopa me sori anopa me tie wu ansa na say makọ any other station bia makọ because one anopa tutu me yehu newspaper review no I think the first radio station Ubuya between 5:30 to 6:30 no ubenya enia member now there research and sana wako any other program and number 2 who programming adeba ko am pe WhatsApp program we hu say time bia what be the source you see what studies happening only the source ne kasa electoral commissioner no afre general secretary of MPP no afre na me by now ne OMC oil marketing company the secretary secretary see me hu kwa ya offer say oil sad no say what me nya odami wa hu da bi minim kwasi so influence so minimum ntie bia no so ka ho bi mo yade na mo aka de ba akwa kwasi ani mo ya ka ho ananka mo wiye balancing na kakakra
okay balancing no che balancing no balancing no che
mo say your government in power and our party in power, or party in opposition. Into opposition parties. Party or parties.
Okay.
Government.
Okay.
The obi oteti opa who say balancing like a kakra.
If I say me ti hona see, say me hu nya say ye fa ho.
I say mo toko opposition so more essing aban. Now so anka mo money show say na baby am mo won pa. Say mutumi ye balancing no. Na anye equal kra na be ho kakra anka mo be the best morning show program of the year because the quarterpenny say I can radio station to me speak it to source me person me radio station be din morning show program bia it me speak it to source pa me nya information because we are number 1 na mum balance na kakra na
me da say but me da say honum say nia what can say be hwe but say nchechim kakra ono say un say we always try to be fair and balanced. Na main kase emprebebre so ade a ema edwuma no se den kakra ne se unsa no pa so de CC radio stations doso enkran crowd de me fan se fa despite media anko chepas radio station e wo hanum say your television stations will be afrefe and people in government to de bia asemba so na opi obi na oni na kasa to de bia na edin so as always so asem no fa honorable Ayepe hu a ye be bomodin afro. So ye frɛ honorable IEP na say ye nya no a will be unse anope saying utie sa we na so NDC forms utie obefi say we were not balanced and say unsa electoral commission asem ye omokan ye unse ura John Boyd kasa me busa no say oh yes omoko meeting at the last IPAC meeting decision they say okay omobe use Ghanacard as a citizen Sribo kwa confirm unso asi NDC amba but ye frɛ Ura Johnson say dun keti o say efi no manya krata enti ochina ebi efi ochina krombe kasa ho ebi amfom so ne say manfa no antudwa but ebi a say me nipa so no manfa antudwa be fi say adenti na wan frɛ say NDC ni bi nti obeka say okay you also not balance, you're not fair but ye gitum etodo bi a na send you trust our names in the teacher. So I mean we'll just check. But it has never been the case we try to tilt ebia ya toko opposition afa. No. In fact,
ye tie mu ni ye hunen enya me kuna na ntia me da to gane say me ta ba na me tie futie mi pa. Na feedback I use ye nyan ye de boama na program na ye kese. Nit FM metuma kese. It make offer by for just say be am na me offer by but adakabresha asna first group of panelists are be share
you know why they did you man
nti see your feedback be the mam na program na to me I have
no correct me das papa me das so yan shase na we dey kakra bi yan team fi on say Samuel say nkomoya ewie financial say boboba. So electoral commission ade omoke Ghanacard. CC no never be proof of citizenship. And you better true the uni Ghanacard. Especially obi a wedi 18 koi. And then the wait me akwa but say a court parliament no more ye constitutional instrument for na bape na ye nya legal back na say odem and one unye uni Ghanacard untimi introdi. What you say?
Mechia wait for prof mechia me party Liberal Party for all regions, especially Central Region Aguna East and me leader Yakwalu. There is also enrolled in the birthday. Oh, wishing happy birthday, Director of Operations,
and belated happy birthday to Jerry.
Prof, me you can't Ghanacard issues near the Ayana manage Kakra because Ghana here especially say you one authentic card. You bet to me the ABBR. Because card not does. Of course, all other countries almost all cards, but a card means that driver's license or NSS and I say or voters card. And when he say yeah be meji and I see be use Ghanacard no pedia yes idea you pay credible data. And for you to have a credible data, you need the credible information. You share your ID say Ghana hanyina I think say Ghanacard any voters card any IDBR, your thumb, your fingerprint, and all that. So the authentication is very high. Then on the edge, the idea, I feel say it's okay, but I am mama and Reno and also said the bell be able to me. I take it part of it and son. Because limit is okay. You pass ya to say to boot as same year who ye the minister Kasavi ya na that same day Minister of Transport so I'm command say. And the year, munjina sumo bi anye juma ye inclusive baby. Sometimes I feel say we rush into certain things. Nti we tell no there me pay. See be use Ghanacard no dey agigi registrations oh baby. Even no bank baby. I think say if we are using the Ghanacard as our superior card be to me baby or memu ha ke be boa pa.
Now Ghanacard before honorable IP baby minim say what here amount for frustrations about what you are going through at the offices of a NIFOE. And I saw this particular story this morning. I think it was on citynewsroom.com. I say some frustrated Ghanacard applicants forced to sleep at registration centers. And the story in Nature said, the scores of Ghanaians make us say Ghanacard in tea. If you do that, NIFO offices so. And there have been so many people who have been complaining. And friends who have called me and say, what they're going through at the Ghanacard, say Omope Ghanacard, a Jumai 4, and then you can Obi say or register him say Navronko. I think some of us because Navronko no train with and Sisi Ababe di Accra because now I'm saying no go school Navronko. And oh yes, I do Abedi Accra. And I was even thinking that there will be even a way some of these things even be Nipa na so some corner Vrongo and some of akwaje card ne. I don't know why then bia I say yeah niam bia ade no cry ya niam e bata ho na ma ade no kwakwa e bibia wo honum say.
Eno de no crap off because me cry man for bebra frɛ me. I complain na omo koje omo kada. Obekutumi akɔgina hofiti ana pa to enimre na onsan kan ye. Sometimes no beko yes ye hu. That kind of inconveniences in there. But I know now can yeah planning now. Yeah planning no I don't know how I share no mum there. But you're doing it for the national aspect. Because I didn't know digita. You see a boy and son why is it say I didn't need digita? At least or send information to me across all the centers. Me call honey a share system ni more. They can print it for me there. They said they are all kind of wrong as me our back ray. But to me, right any NI officer data no ho. On to me pull data no more printing for fraud the man say G. Now a free hono mark say wa ba beje wa ha nti hono ba me and farmer no. But I don't know why those things no. Yen to me ye system na nkasa na ye bibia ye no in a rush. Eno nti ye planning ye. See a she won say akoye to say panic withdrawal. Ya ka say ye close banks. Bon so bia person ko yi ni sika. Sa na akoye say we ni bia ye ntua oka. ɛno nti the pressure abɛkɔ akɔto obi oni bi obi a na ɔyɛ na adwene sɛ me mpɛ sɛ meyɛ bibia sɛ ɔbɛ rush akɔ because oni bia yɛntua ne ka ɛno nti the pressure abɛkɔ akɔtɔ ɛso nkrɔfoɔ so tifi ɔmo pɛ adwuma machines na ɛndɔ so a yɛnkra bi mmerɛ ne yɛmbie adwuma mu na obi antumi nya even on a local district bia kra na sɛ bi wɔ hɔnom na obi atumi sɔre kɔ ne local district ɛkɔ register ne we wɔ hɔnom a nka feel sɛ better but some of the district
me see am de tia me ka sɛ unim sɛ me nsan ka me dia because time me tro edin no na Lakeside Estate the time me kode bia almost say mai me kode bia mai nti throughout the period na no mo hɔ no ama na omudi fi hɔnom say nti honestly speaking metia sisi akra me ni me bia asem kokoje me
prof bibia wo de we ka ho a omo premium ka ho a ehun nsem dɔso because Ghanacard ye nyina tia ate say ni premium aba premium ho a utua no the instant you start to make
250 aside
so imagine say premium for the egu ho ye nya wo local de ye be ba kofa premium process na sika na ba ti bibia premium be ba bata ho bia ho prof I want some doso because adia yeke there is no way nkoso for the ni gu ho a ye be ka say e corporate ye be pretty premium for the omro metua kese na nkoso for esu go nkoso for esu no mo doso how many Ghanaians will be able to afford to something and then so I had a challenge about this thing say that premium no mo de be share ho no e din sem be ba me kan e ma party in power ni attack me say e na mo de ye bibia na mo kasa eno ni ene because at the premium nya ba ho pa ye be most of the focus will be channeled to the premium.
Yeah.
And this is a national card. Why should national card comes with a premium? Because national card also be able to be. Na say premium na say me ohia ni me yen sisi a me hia bi instantly o say me ko sala me ko tra o say me ko defio. Ta ban na kuma to niem no si da bi sisi a so nkoso for no ma print be 1000 mo so mo mra magina 1000 kra me di animu a na o say me san twen. So with the premium issue ni there prof, you be facing these challenges. Until say you be year free hono. There will always be somebody who gets. Almost koda homa adiachi. Obi so raha when the 2 minutes. Wajene di asani.
Yeah.
So the beyond person omo chese penny wo mu still.
But as Samuel, mama honorable IP mrim na yanhwe we dey tell electoral commission asema wa mo kan sesi proof of citizenship Ghanacard wa ne parties no gusu edi nkomo. The interesting bit no say NDC was not part of the discussion. Almost no magine so almost dear. Almost Prince Ghanacard pebeye the proof of citizenship. No any assembly. Any some of the issues. Complaints among for to be about Ghanacard. Honorable IP.
We are going to we are saying Ghana we are saying the global village. Into the course will be Manson. Now also watch it. Young could divide ya mufrana. Young ebusuafo etako Abidjan sata no fe na Abidjan one language bi a woba wo se kalante ana hweden a citizenship card o to go ha ebi wa ha all French speaking countries in never Ghana ha nyina ewo
dem ti so nka bibi se laissez passer o se den
laissez passer kalante no na wasi enti ade wo wiase nyina utai tukwan na odim se ba bia ye wo proof of identity and then ye passport electronic passport ni ado to me arrive on this electronic passport ni ID nyina I will say one electronics ID this year Ghanacard this ya merge egusu merge all the cars akọ young ID no so Ghanacard no so the urban say be any pen na ma card bibiri ehye yenkodokum nyina betting of the past because NDC for the dang na we are modern technology because we dey our too then we are person where akiyet na yan quantity ni ma near free senior high school where the bama nipa bibiri akọ school na ama yetumi akọ yan anim wa abrabo mu kra no o se won pe into one the bibia electronics bibia modern technology bia no o mani nye hu nti enim say we person yetra yan ABCD mu na so entumi nye isa ye be ko yan anim nti ade papa na mumu no was say Ghanacard from National Education Authority now in charge of production or producing or providing Ghanacard no ye be sere won ni dimara say Ghanacard na ba be ye eguso ba be ye biribia enkita wa anya Ghana hatra kra no e be odin nti ye sere won modern yenim say won abue district offices almost all the 260 districts ni nyina omanya district offices across the district wogusu print cars no ye wa cars ni bebre nsu na no National Education Authority ba bonte be cars on print egu ha amanfo no nso enkoje yɛsrɛ emra ne wo DVL yɛde system bi buy yɛne career company bi arrangement yɛhwɛ wa address ne yɛfrɛ wo phone number na yɛnsa ka wa na yɛama moto no de card na kuma no wetu 5 cedis transport fee. National Identification Authority betumi identify nipa millions of cars egu amanfo meje ye no obetumi identify one through their mobile phones and address system our fa so edi register won no na won won akasa obi wo ha na no miss wa ba ko akoje ne de o fa dropping fee a taifa called me ekoje buy umu na Uber na no kwa no wanye no kra no from Taifa to Domino obeje no be 30 to 40 Ghana cedis into wo fie na sa wo frɛ no kase wo card I ready moto be de ba oba obetu a 10 cedis and 5 cedis abeje di say enya ade e be din amenipa no nti ye hwɛ kwan be fa so ya ne ya print aguo bebre na amanfo meje because okobo won so bo na asem ba kwa won so kan say ne ya print aguo no kra amanfo e ma meje now kwaje tem bia Ghana fon so ye betra sia because me kwan so me kai say we ba almost every electoral area do be na what it work kra amanfo ma e meje odin no nti ye be say abetumi abo apank National Education Authority sa outreach na omo ye no omo sanya ba akon kam because say asa amanfo ehu say card no ho e ba behia pa nti obi e pre anya bi nti anka ebetumi a one sign emma with district officers no move into the electoral areas no na one sign yes outreach na where the back nka ho ni enhwe say amanfo no be kwa akɔkyerɛ windin akɔgye card na ebeboa bebre because nipa ni bi wo ho a wo betu kwan etua transport akɔyɛ kanase ne card ready be ko district officer akɔgye no ya na ha wadwene yɛn family constituency nye example yɛn district capital ne krabo akɔta so we fi asubwe na pesa kokota we nya card na se offer car be sinsam no wa fa nsam ansa na wakodu kota on so be fa car to a distance ni motwe nti obi o ha na card no wakota nso ontumi nkonkoje nti e be sere wo one call rounds na we first no ya e be bua yen bebre ye nuanom NDC for mo studio he ya na be kansi won hwe na asemko e wo na electoral commission intemu no won hwe na wonka na wonko IPAC no because when some ye din bebre ya ana wani yɛ din bebre akujaw nti one kana nti asenya adwuma because proposals bebre wo hɔ a yɛ de fi IPAC ansa na akɔ parliament akɔgye approval nti wanya ebedu parliament na wantuma fa wa ahoɔden a ma de na ngu wonso a wankɔ IPAC ankɔ kyerɛ wadwene na afei akɔfa nsɛm abrɛwo nti yɛbɛsrɛ wɔnwu wɔn nsɛm na wɔne electoral commission ntenase because IPAC no any decision making body just a proposal nti wanye na say wan ko ha proposals ne ban so ya ebekɔ parliament akɔgye approval na say kwa na yakɔ anim no na wɔyɛ oberema bebre a na yakɔ agyaw me dey say ho no ha na eribesi
okay well so nie bia me de beta to kakra na mpanifo asan to aso no say adwumayfo no so amo na ye no mpamtwe onye say mo ho ɛyɛ fɛ ana say mo ye nipa singana fo no bi monkan hu say amanfo no omunti na mote ho no because some of the complaints na yenya efi ebinim ho no mo ba sene mo esi tete mo ho kyerɛ mo te say bi adwuma no mo amu mo fie bi na mo bi na asif so mo ni hwe ye enti na mo ba ho no yesre adwumayfo no mpanifo na mo ho no mo supervise obi mo monitor some of the staff no na ebi no mu titi Ghana for no be very bad enti na yenhwe ho no mse nso
messages
yeah
asema wo kan hu hia pa let me be now could be provide services to clients bank ni tua waka
yeah
obi okro mpa wutua service charge service charge ni eboabo no ne tua naka na so ni pa ne besi a kyerɛ no ho de a kyerɛ wo no ye be sere supervisors one supervisor wo mayen na entumi mu ayen na asina meka journalism one picture bi a obidi ata onti person wo kyerɛ say MPP regional chairman when any picture bi a mfa to front page and find your publication say papa picture bi a e bi a do ngina ni why you know nyina
it's making me laugh
and obi twai and no other big person say mo journalism course it is how the way nyina wan nkyerɛ mo oh
you go anywhere now make come kakana and the honorable is making me laugh any brisem no cover
ethics
yeah no other article that were kokomlem no say Ghana make out as they say. Now, so every weekend, be expensive weddings and funerals everywhere. So I ask, is there another Ghana somewhere? No one ask me that. First of all, my man for your wedding. Let the people have their wedding. Why? And your party. Mama, your wedding, your party. Almost Kruma Asia, Mama come myself. Years back, President Akufo-Addo, Bawumia, and Ken Ofori-Atta were speaking against unnecessary taxation, but they see it today as a good thing. We are waiting for 2024. Simon Azaliko, Agbogba EP, down or dear no by Tete from Sunyani Sexa, His Excellency former President Mahama. Stop throwing dust into the eyes of innocent Ghanaians, because you are the cause of their suffering. Tete Sunyani and Odifi and Odeba. Kwesi, it is true that the teachers of Catholic schools in Adenta and Medina Queen of Peace have been changing a whole lot of charging a whole lot of unapproved. I don't know if you're asking me whether it is true if they have been charging unapproved fees from parents. I don't know. I'm sure we may have to just cross-check on that one. But I don't know if they're charging unapproved fees. No matter what people will say or do, still, Dr. Bawumia is a solid and fantastic personality in Ghana. That's one here from Abili, from Nungwa, and Wadeba. Enoch Wasaman Kese, or see, no amount of propaganda and lies can deflate the economic hardships Ghanaians are going through these days under this Nana Bawumia-led government. Enoch Asaman Kese, Enodifi, Enodibai. Teacher Kuju Otepa, and Susu, I say, please let us remind ourselves that the developed countries are at where they are because sacrifices were made by their past generations and current ones by paying taxes to develop their nation. Well, so honorable, yendi budget in home and komokakra. I need to in some way PPF from ba. Any of the issues that you want to pick on budget 2022?
Mestre Nedikano, Mestre say, and catch here, Ministerial of Finance, the between and Kawang fa some selected regional radio presenters and journalists, producers, presenters, journalists in print and electronics media no, across the regions. Now, when you worship kakra bin fama na ebinumunte budget na se kakra because because me call me budget be ma call radio stations ahuru bebre baby okrompa host na nkasa na ote console na nimu no o moderate program no kra abahwe na sa yi live ya be on share da nya emu enti ase papa no ka hu bi o mu se tax bi aba efesi resistance kakra ye nyina wa ha na kumi preko demonstration against VAT nipa kra fa mu hwere no nkwa ye nyina ya wa ha ani hu the National Health Insurance Authority and this fukra efi parliament way ye nyina ye nim talk tax by a whole resistance by nti there's no way I will be introducing new tax amount for no dey anije be ya wa too say tax yabo debi resistance ka but education na ebema amount for no ate ni aban per se oye na ase na adeba kwen ha me kakra ewo yen a ye kire budget ni mu ni titiri bi kra ye parliamentarians ni say me experience 12 years experience in parliament no me ba na me tie say wona kwamna na mo kan say parliamentarians ni be yes so at the end of the day won be budget na atom unu nti ate sa no ya budget ba ni ya de afan bi abeto abontin ni ebobo hu na the budget in entirety the whole budget no na ye de ato ba bi na say wo hwe 2022 budget na buema nepa bebre wom we say sa nepa no so ye ka ho asem hwe budget tax bi aba tax regime bi across the whole world eba just kakra from the upper class and middle class and they support to lower class no na sa yi living so eba be ye wo convert me didi as a middle class person me amekwa ko didi a restaurant obi so lower class mekwa ko didi wo chop bar. But say me amekwa ko do a restaurant no metu ya 17.5% VAT na ne okudi do a chop bar na ho ye until VAT receipt wo kita sanka na ojina so ya ye de ma wa na wa ju sika na wa ko ntimi mi sika na eje no e bi ne ye de ko free senior high school na we a wontumi ntu ya oba school fees no na wa benefit wo ho nti tax system bi asa nete yi tax inso na yi levy inso sa na e ba be operate ya research ehun say about 40% of all momo users no nipa bi a wasani abrosia dakro 100 Ghana cedis dan krofo no kwa eformo 40% of mobile users. It is say, I can say, you're exempting those who can send 100 Ghana cedis and below. Not just say, nipa 40% of Ghanaians.
For me, a dozen mammy. 40% no money means anyway.
A dozen. It's your uncle just uncle. You know, I'm about to say 50 Ghana. That be all.
It's a 40%. No? If 40% say really you hear sika, then 40% they send below 100. Still, that means that a chunk of the population, because 40 is just close to 50%. So half of the people are poor.
But yeah, 40% exemption in Ghana still a man for say. Into the can say, yeah, researcher who say, yeah, ne telcos no ne statistical service department ne, and the researcher who say. Nipa 40% of all Momo users, at the end of the day, what sending a brochure 100 Ghana cedis. Into who exempt those who send 100 and above are 40% of people, they will not be affected by this system. Apart from that, the young who say, I was Yama, remain 60%, so Yama won exemption kakra. It is who send 200 cedis. The first 100 cedis in Untia, levy no also. Yeah. You pay the levy on the remaining 100 Ghana cedis. And also, Emma 60% and above, once who one kakra. Now, me jadi say young communicators, members of parliament, ministers, young kasa chire Ghana for chire E-levy mu chire Ghana for no. Say ya to yambu ase na ye kasa abojumu near the nkotosre and the chow pama Ghana for. Na say your parliament pass levy na start your juma. Obehu say nipampo majority of the people will not even feel it. They will not feel say sister being ba momo utia yetewo. Me to me komi krom na makwa short sika e wo to ase. Na me so munyi 500 Ghana cedis. You better me achin momo agent wo krom ho nyina. Obi so me sika no mean to me 500. The capital the momo nyina is about 300 because e ho no obi kwa ya 20 Ghana, 30 Ghana, 50 Ghana. Itu ba hwe na okodu me krom oton ase a nipa obe follow within the 60% threshold na ebe tua sa taxi. Wo be kakra bi nso na ya ye dede ama saafo ni nyina omo ye exempted no na won so aka ho. Nipa bi for demonstration. Because ebe on wa say nipa ebe tu agu abonten akwa that demonstration. One hwe ya emu be 90% ebe won a wo follow within the 40% one was sending maximum 100 Ghana cedis. I affect one. We not send nipa 90 cedis. Sa obatampa project we budget team the youth work at least 10,000 Ghana cedis. Now one say how they entrepreneur now they establish on. We not 90% of the nipa betu akwa abontin say one month budget no so. They are the beneficiaries of this. Inti ya best say 1 million for budget ni nyina ni nhwem. Ni who said, dang, the budget lima, mame, as a poor, as a lower class person. No? So, and yes, you can have bumper so J, middle class and upper class in Cheng, not about Buyanga. Nah. Who Lord Kwanga say, Obiti Land Cruise, or no time, no so, broom, no aquaba. I bancy, so we send it 2,000 cedis a day, I pay. Who you see Land Cruiser? We send it 2,000 cedis a day. Major 1.75. None your tax in the trotro and the picanto muna can top out to Osuma. Na I was soon the giddy no. Ya the acquire quang no sure to me a fasubi. I feel younger at the end of the day, no, ya exempted. Younger at the end of the day, no, you ever benefited from adenohono. Young momuna. I feel the ama, yes, sadly muna yet and a one benefit ya. I can't hear do on echi and a whole young to young brass. So because you say best in the demonstration against E-levy, banning church me. Madam Fubida to the status. Now I say or Fredrom, the moment and young demonstration or young people nipa minimum very well. It's me am shame. Now my friend will phone so. Let me catch her and a feminine didn't come. I do baby who say I don't know crontiasi. Winning no name say me sandia. You better tell me. Because you have a receive scanner ma send no ono so better one. Na onim say first 100% threshold no free na onya aware. Afa nipa bi so kire bibia ase. Me ni wo fa asefo. Na me nuanom ya meeting. And yes ya maame abrewa wo oto ase. Nti bosumi bi obi age ni pay a onfa kakra mra na efa koma abrewa no. Nti kwasi wo nyina sani scanner begu me momo no so. na obi obe send bi so send more than 100 cedis a yebete na aba me nchen me so me di scan koma abrewa na ya ato me tax we buy no maka kire wonsi say obi a send the scan fan koma abrewa no direct bon inti every tax system be bia na say we ahun so tua tax no which position who in such a way say you will not be affected by double taxation. Into one oh just can akwa odi ama abrewa na mame pe gomu abanchi phone yibi na fa kwama abrewa no na register no momo na first can to soma no onko yi onu yi a ontu abribia na yenya double sending no eno so ebebu ama sa double taxation ni nyina afime say say nipa na oye neat FM no Tenyoma ohia na ama neat FM abe neat FM ni atumi akasa abonten no so otua vat wasa ne ama no so na say at the end of the day no bosom so no otua minu akwasi ABOAGYE ka na kwasi ABOAGYE so kodidi e wo restaurant baabi a ontumi mfa neat FM wura no vat no otua no enko kire restaurant fu ni se me boss otua vat ansa na otua me kantimi ntua ono nso obetua vat woni sika ne sare no odokwakoto aduan adi restaurant no obetua vat wo so nti o se yeti ase VAT regime, that's how it operates. As soon as you receive and you become the new spender, no, what about a new taxpayer? Once you bet ya, into sana system, no, juma. When my young can send a ye tax, no, and a new tax regime, a receiver and a new spending officer becomes a new taxpayer. But me MP, no, yen fuel, no, what the can say. Into media, what the income tax, sorry, ya can't, what's the sound where anyway. Baby, I sorry workers in your son way, and they couldn't change it for us. What the me fuel? I can't, Miss Adam. Now put me into very high tax bracket. Name a highest percentage of income tax. Now me, yeah, my question.
Is it not allowance?
Yes, but
supposed to be allowance.
No, what the can fuel allowance? I didn't what the can.
And I'm saying, so you don't tax allowances, Anna?
No, you can't ask them now, because almost put you in the very big tax bracket. Now on my taxi. What taxi we are Okojina fuel station. Now koto fuel now. Fuel no so taxes and levies then eguso. Into your can't say 1 year fuel no in fee and salary as an allowance. Now mutia and we are now no aka so that we don't pay tax on it. Yeah, to man judgment. But if you want to be on my side changes now. It's because in here can say tax regime be as an I operate. Okay, oko fani ama haba we try duty that taxes on it. Nipa no ba fani ama no so kotonga ono so ebetua taxes and duties on it. Inti eyasana tax regime be operate. We might create impression say na me command ma mi sika akurasi metua na obi nso betua o ma me no receive sika no ono ontua. Emomu no say o di sika no mo bi so send them farm ma ma me a nipa no be receive no ono be new sender ono nso betua. Inti pe means a obetuma send this sika no dey akoma ma me direct o mereku a attract double tax bia.
Okay.
Fi say ya ni say be boya ni enko budget ni mu yemu na yenhwe niama pa bebre our budget ni mu a yeji say sika idi aye expenditure on infrastructure has been doubled. Ebaba buama obia ba and obia ho ahan no. Yeah, and say bebu aye nyina.
Me da say so that's honorable IP kakra ono so wo fa 2022 budget na mamembra yes Samuel Aikwe na me we saw no so ni take on 2022 budget Samuel.
Prof me da say I'm call and started from media levy na muna mirror.
Okay.
Just said yeah, Miami Honorable Surura Hono. Na your mind here see a percent the revenues. The GG revenues yeah. Not many sure say Ghana my ready. There percent GG revenue said the boy mine no. This say Prof. Sometimes na ya be kasa wa ha no so yenim so mutie yen. Say ya da jebet ha kasa no. Enya ne feso keke cause yenim so mbetie di bia ye adwuma na aboa o man Ghana. Me dey see close to boot a me de. Reason me de ne say truck driver ni taxi drivers any private cars yen ye tuato minister ntuebi MP ntuebi assembly member kra talk out ntuebi omo de siren etwem na me truck driver na me kwa koye sales no metua 1 CD me call 4 times me tua me call ba me tua enti obi a superior sin obi wom so me if they've closed it fine it's good ebema traffic in so aba from kakra ma that trotro driver no load free condition eko kaswa 6 o'clock otumi gina traffic mu akodu 9 o'clock ene obetumi akobe twice na onu nso otumi enya more profit ewo na dwuma na oyenim market women eton ade wo kwan ho no nso no yes it's unfortunate ekura ewo mu no sa na tie bibi ba ye monka ye wo ho na ba be pemu se team wo ye dien ewo se wo so mu sa ba o sanke ebo monka ye na omo akofa niam bi wo ho ne niam na omotumi aton ati omo nse free when we say this day ye be close to us nyina nti ye ntumi nton ade wo kwan ho biom enyina e pese Ghana ye fe abrochire man bi eni ha oberu ma obehu se ye ton ade wo kwan ho ye soso niam aton nti obi ahia bibi okọ market mu na wakwa akoto yen create space e wo market ni mu mom we san se market ni kra ye si wie na sikafo na agi ni nyina ono oni bi na onenam onye bi mfa niam engu yen hwe sa ho ni nyina na omusu huntumi yayom na omutumi ra market mu na omunko edwuma na nya obi e obeton ade wo kwa ho e na onya ya onya market obeka se ompe but e bi oni shop oni hwe ho ntumi nkonantinanti ho a okogina we shop eni mu e be pam no nti yen create avenues and farmers are and crofon so near see on my here tax ye here sika so prof amount for moton me kan migusu kan amount for moton ade anajo o Ghana hand to tax internal revenue ni mana omu nim so omo moton ade anajo o ye kromu ha na omu ntua tax omu ni mana internal revenue nim say o man nim start ye din to the extent say o say ye san come back ni e dwin fa institutions bi e mo mu ntua tax. They say sorry ne niama so almost starting to etu bia na.
As we last year no okay. I mean first an can be correct.
Yeah. I was say
tax regimes bi aba. Obi oton ada na joke. Nim tax stamp. I would say beverages, ne drinks na e ton one na joke. Inside e ton.
You omode we na team so that.
Tax stamp we tu have taxes that.
Maybe you want to ABA now.
Dia otia daytime.
ABA upese obusan say on chiremu ye.
Yes,
tax no kan.
Because the otia daytime. Omo so afa sa drinks ne to anapa there no. So omo taxes omutua. Omo taxes omutua assembly cry tax. No, omutua assembly tax.
Oh, can the assembly tax now mojeji on.
Yes.
Market.
Yes. Daytime for to anajo phone to no so say the development. Enti honorable no asem na make. You see, because I drink is here nyina that means me no nyina sa drink say tia tax cause to say ebo ho. And na ye ebo to house we tia bi. Enti end obi etia. But aside there nyina ye tia sa tax stamp so said the end there no. There are people who are still paying for selling. So be turning the anajo no ntua bi. Eno ho asem na make am ha sesia. So these are some of the policies. Afeni so no man yaso yadin. Aswadi ni kra betumi ama yenya sika bebre. No be who red like shim no etwam. Ye ma cameras ni nya adwuma. Ni en start say ye chichichichi. Ye chi anya say ye chi use kodem. Ana say ye chi watum. Eno ne say ye chi wa. Ni etwa ticket ama use kotua. Na no so the internal generated funds eba. Now the kotu momo so ka kire me say mobile money for omo ye successful na omo ye rich because according to honorable no tax for bi aba ye gi free escafo no na dia boa ehiafo no so prof me no nyina nim say mobile money ye na nanu mu nyina use bi ebema yati ye be sending ye be chem mienu ye be sending ni 50-50 say the be I do amount na what me tax because I also me here from 100 cedis say ko dia enya me sending 50 a na ma san sending 50 na wait to mean sending 100 in boom na what
why ready for so why ready for the inconvenience
go sending 100 boom a won't you attack
why ready for the inconvenience or how
we sending 100 Ghana cedis a won't you E-levy on it.
Well, okay.
Zero.
From 100 going.
From 100 and above.
100
and I will send it 200. At first 100, no, so you pay 100 on it.
So maybe I can say, Mestre, there are some places be or no more. I was say to me, am I any break taxes? Dan say, the baby to Mumu so. Because mobile money are better than the order of the day. Me, I buy a number fee say be or more per kwa fasoma. Obia de ni sika akwa to bank because esi ano omo sika do account mu o bank no and soon sin there when the mobile money so obi o no mo a ne bank account we be na e bia 200 cedis spend a day so be no mobile money so na 2000 a day because in daily activity ni nyina abe mobile money enu nti yen hwe ways e means a ye be hwe afaso a ye be kushi because 1.75 there ebi wo mudo enu nti ne ye ka no yen akasa e betu am yen 0.05 ko enfan count because Tesco for no wo de omoti dada o ye transaction omoti ye san beti we so the account ebe mia enu nti se akra no unim strategy a mobile money for na pick say prof me kute scanner pesa me de ko to account mu a obeka che me se scan ni ho oniska but say o the man so on send ma odi a obe send because odi to account mu no unti ahwe otimi ase na ebi nso a na saa scan da no ho a obetumi dia run ne ho enya profit enti say odi to account no obeka so oniska odi be but say o ka chen say the same amount no send ma odi a obe send because obeji in and out charge so yeah the way I put here the Nebema system no I so difficult to understand say anya careful a ebe crepo amount for so other businesses they say asumi bi say omo ana omo ye adwuma oto asese omo kotena fie no so omo so enhihye eben ene da ho a ya hihye ama omo say
budget no kan minister kan so be reassign okay
so let's just hope say ebeko said the pen because taxes na near the bear on mine without tax amount for nyina tax but Ghana higher taxes no reason ti amount for find too difficult to be paying they say o file o tax returns are sometimes for unya o ti ase say nyama nyina wo say ye tax returns all those things there was some cushions be o say cushion microphone obi to me etua tax na the particular thing o koji insurance ne kra na ye fa ma o ti ase enti yen hwe sa nyama nyina na afi no yen hihye ni yie ebia ne system ya ye ken Ghanacard ne ho hihye ye if yenya credible data na da ho a obi anim se o ye sitting o Ghanacard abe o tin etimiti ho the whole month na me ye adwuma na me ntua me tax I should be able to identify from me tin say month we me ye adwuma so me ntua me tax month we onye adwuma nso ntua e ana we tua ne ehu sa system ni nyina so yen build a system ni ye na yen fanji ye taxes revenue say okrom no dooso essence mobile money e-levy a ye ka ho asem
me da say Samuel my main kind comments na memra na ye mehwesa particular issue so anope ye di san komo ifa the various driver unions womo so omo shase omo bought red band omo asem nyina ne say omo tron say be the koma ye aban no before a budget ne beba no nti na nko omo hwe enim say be a budget presentation on TBB efiri mu say be a petrol na fuel bo no aba form but omo ante hwe enti make us say the omo shase about red band almost threatening strike in your account fee break up Sunday so man TBB in fear by honum sia they will go on strike or possibly on be increase transport fares in your car account yemra ni emerge kakran fin penny for but my main kind comment ni be DJ Black or Bodja so Ghanaians should forget about the NDC and MPP. They are all the same. Ghana is managed by MPP and the NDC. Therefore, Ghana is duopoly state. That DJ Black no dear no buy from Bodja say Agunaba MP or Akaswa Adam Nana. See, every developed country depends on its taxes and its industrialization. Ghanaians are ready to help the government to do what is right with our taxes and develop the country. So NDC should stop the propaganda and lies against the president. Agunaba MP no dear no buy Mustafa Olowa Manya Krobo under John Dramani Mahama, the NDC government. So under John Dramani Mahama and the NDC government, where the revenue accrued is few or was few, even local industries were being bailed out, especially banks, financial institutions, and pharmaceuticals institutions. But today, Nanado and the NPP government have overburdened the Ghanaian citizens with taxes without any tangible capital expenditure. Mustafa from Lower Manya Krobono Diano Edebai. When importing chairs from China to fill our parliament house, we didn't think of the O-level import and export substitution. This country, the fighter Kwekubuachi, and RYP. So, I'm coming out of PMCAD near various driver unions for us as a woman came. Say, fuel bono prices non common Hessen Carbino, I mean, presentation by TBB, but my auntie free. Enti much I say about red band. Enti
you best say driver unions no. Union kwesi hwe Afibia yet to abevia. There was this post-election economic crisis. Eba 1993 yehubi. Yet to 92 abevia no. Economy no eba yeden the late President Lawrence. 96 yet to abevia no. 97 wasn't easy for them at all. President Kufuor yet to abevia 2001 or Obekano Kwarachiro say 2001 is the most difficult year I will face at a point in time going forward. He has to declare his pick. 2005 is one of the most difficult periods for President Kufuor. 2009, I'm Parliament. You who the way the late Professor Mills struggled before putting the economy in shape. You who 2013. I want to say, ya we namna manaka dompeno. 2013. Yena yehu 2017 nanye easy 2016 me ka say NDC panyi bi kan say ma wini power mbo hwe kwamba fashion mbotu salaries because next ke betu adwuma ye foka 2017 January kra na bi ni ho obia ka kire wo say 2021 different obwa it say 2021 kra de enti anye ye apart from say year post election year no COVID about 2019 2020 Emma country say we are seeing yinara. Woma economy is shrinking to the negative. Ghana ye call 0.4% from close to about 7 point something percent. A shrinking ya me call 0.4%. Afi ene ya start ya ye could be a man now yet to me hit 3 point something na IMF no World Bank catches here to me able to me hit 5%. Into year wo post election year and a post COVID year. Into enyoma enye ye. But it's somebody ya abandi E-levy. Na oyi benchmark values reduction self we. Somebody na us afa na kakra na wo fuel so na ye benya de atoto niama beka E-levy hu na niama ye ni esan ko yimfi ho. Me de menya economist. Na mi hu se aban benya nyina so bia de yi saa levies ye de fuel prices use efficient. Me ka say President Kufuor apenso at this 2008 fuel koya ko $147 per barrel na nia me hu ni say ya hwe ni ya fuel no kure be hiti be 82 last na me read the article bi na your project say $82 per barrel.
I say America, China ni other countries be ma shasi omo release some of the oil
reserves. The oil reserves.
Send you better bit me about
because OPEC and yeah now been say obe increase production.
Yeah.
Inti yeah one pie say pricing won't be to my about firm. When the OMC secretary no oil marketing company secretary
chief executive officer.
See you know in Kasai. So can see international influence high. Yeah mo modern woman na yan to near me ni say budget we no. To me encourage local production. Now yen debt no to GDP ratio no to me out because so we share budget into details are. Adeba kwa budget I focus on it say debt control and management of our debt. See be ya car ye de we wiase no e beba fam kakra ma yen. Na when General Secretary Kasano Kesi President Kufuor kono 9 billion Ghana cedis, which is about 27% of our GDP. And I end this member so called 122 billion, which represents about 73% of our GDP. And yen so ye de akodu 243% billion. I know ye 78% to our GDP. Inti ye bompai, but I need just moment say emna ye call 72% no. Before COVID, you to me man about from I do 58%. It says here COVID next way. You say you bet me a drop on at an abafem. Na yet me encourage local production. Na etumi ama dollar to CD ratio no so add drop kakra. And also another influencer how oil marketing companies no. Na etumi aboa yen. Na driver for no de sira na yebesere won. Aban and a ministry no actually say finance and a transport. Ebeso on one transit. Na say yen tax in for their bedding. Maybe in the worst scenario no. Yebema won upward adjustment kakra on the transport fare. Me nim kasa hansen ebeba na mumu no. That's the worst scenario. The ayere so pa ya hwie nye no. and the Bema upward adjustment. But pass your baby taxes never on the tax in the okra. Your mortgage the taxes need be a honsia. To a specific project. I will if what a project and I would say, yet sign. Tambria, yeah, contractors, you do over 8 billion Ghana cedis. Yen to mean to your 1K. Tambri na yakwa sika eco road fund. Meanwhile, ye so no FIGO. So no contribute to about 6% to the road fund. And a fuel echo about 94%. Any other. Into fuel 11 year if you are, ye pay 94% in the fuel. Now 6% no see a year for the down. Not just at the end of the day, no, ye buy zero into the road fund. Now for the aqua na see but ebi komu kra na ekosi den. Into your best seller for so one to one boase. No one ministry no inshia. Ni anhwe na ebe fima ba. Na mom me de so mo ahwe o expectation na. Expectation na say ebia a slight upward adjustment of the transport fares near the Ghana for akasa. Na yetumi agya to me akwa enim. Na se pass ye be taxes na fiwa. Ya de aye budget. You see budget wo hu. Aye process ni o ma obenya revenue abegenerating versus the expenditure. That is the budget. Into as finance minister be aye budget or share any revenue projection, not their market ni expenditure. Into when I can say only be fewer, no revenue never ban a drop per say projects be or than the Sakakaya, or if we are own to me find your Juma. Then when me Ghana football say a year post-election, post-COVID year. I don't know many if we are regular pampas. Oh, yeah, I think we were Ghana for actually what they car on crown. Naka be a Ghana for which you. Now, so, sir, I don't budget. By the end of the 2020, no. The West will change. By the end of 2022, the language will change. By the end of 2022, NDC they will laugh at the wrong side of their mouth. That Nija Unganiya say, the COVID at the Ahochraba. Elections are year 2020, the Ahochraba. Into one win you cry. Into the Abang baby or Boba to Eguno. Yes, I need a teacher man. Your person one say, the president will afford to make Kipuyan at 9 billion. No, the young 122 billion. Let us say one and a wobo fumu tokru and a enquine answer into Mewa Majina and Cass enquinisha. Nanya 1 year, what me the fee 9 billion, about 122 billion. As soon as soon and you to my enquine. Okay, near managing ye, you manage Ghana ye. Now by the end of 2022, no Ghana for Mbo and Samu Farmer MPP.
Me da say honorable IP ma me ko Samuel ayi question na Benji ono so de ne wrap up and pay.
Ya me kan no when you won out through ya.
Them now they can say what they.
You see yes because me so we budget we now hwese na yam tiko fa na. Things will not remain same you. Sir E-levy ya ken. By the end of 2022 na COVID ni answer maybe na ma to ya. It's a matter of withdrawing it. I
say see a sky train or
I don't know prof I can.
Possible.
Possible but to me ambassador.
But possible.
Yeah, we month ni bibia o ma be twem.
But just say possible. Sky train if you want to do it it's possible. But once make a honey a call.
And you know ba na pa we are blaming Ghana journalist I was happy. Because I was thinking by this time, Ghana journalists.
I was a chairman for transport. Railway was
and you count
no run away from it. Make only a call check Republic. Look, and I'll tell you why it is not done. Well, sir, so your government, before COVID, you to may reduce debt to GDP ratio from 72% to 58%. It is all quite Jessica. Czech Republic, Ada Sky Trainer. You go with him. You say it with him. But who cannot feel Banaba? I don't know. Now who say? COVID about population a shoot from 58% to 78%. Now it's a mayor Sky Train to me. I mayor Sky Train to Yana Mayor. What the road contractors got 8 billion. Road no crying yes can to year. It is all because of the economic conditions.
COVID never had.
Economic conditions. Because
Also, COVID
impose elections.
GDP ratio.
Now, can me promise Ghana was a sky train. Me yes can to contractors. I'm a lot of quantity and damn from the cry. Yeah, no say sense and make sky train to chinching or some sky train.
One of the preachings of Dr. Mensah Otabla Mitier. No, see, to be ambitious is good. To be over ambitious, sometimes
I want to be over ambitious. Man, you never do 50%, and I'm to mark as yes. I
say TSC and I'm say, Ochanyami do a metal plane. I know, say, with all the circumstances. I mean,
Papa, so to play now this way to say, who did that? My name be within 2-3 years we can buy it.
That one there, yeah, I'm being stupid. That's over ambitious.
Into what okay, to play went to me when I say over ambitious, let's help us to play. At the end of the day, went to me and talk. Without them. Halfway.
Economic circumstance now. There's no way to make me out to play.
Very well. That is what you want.
Wait me, I can say, oh, car. That one is ambitious.
Yeah, wait, said the top of the class. Jane Wagon.
Okay,
Prof. Dream big. Dream big.
Prof, media. Said omo I won't say banisa na omo kwande to me defend the budget ni hu nsem no. But omo sorry we so a omo aso asan to mu say enko yie. The media kakra me kan say me I'm not quoting you.
Because man can say enko yie.
Let me quote you.
Me say a trend. Can be a to abawie. Na among because the way I have suspend the war elections, and unfortunately for us in the COVID,
so we spend from
the main case and queer, Mr. President Agasa to
Mr. And I'm person who say elections, and you're spending free government budget.
The electoral commission they conduct elections for Ghana billions. Well, you see, you have to understand.
No, until
it's not about only reckless spending.
No, the reckless spending is more. You know. Said Dawson.
I'll not tell me to reckless because president the elections be there.
Why Jimmy time no?
Yes, we be. You see, I've been an MP for 12 years. And I did what they over spend 10 CDI no. Because I'm man for 2 about we use 100 CDs. A prudent spending and aqua any evidence. Auditors say also what spending. But any elections I won't spend that much.
Okay. The parliament say almost election spending.
Me too.
So media kakra me kan say entwa ye drivers no and na making me da nyame ase ya subsidize to na mo kakra but fuel ye nyina ye nim fuel issue enyo mo pe o that dia omo yanka private car drivers association o say KS ye koka ho because ye nyina sometimes we say we are na no ye din say prof na say road glass bafom because unya so AC ni pe trouble. You see, so me, my only prayer and say, when we said our mobile call demonstration, abanye machine a person in your mutinasi, that should tell you say our transport system in Ghana is bad. Because, prof, utu kwa mpa na ube huso obi fa uba to me the nation is and I when you see kana ofa uba o. Wafa Uber wa akwentu omu. Eye ni wan say wafa Uber because the bus system there is working. Ubekwa akotua bus $5 na $3 na obefa Uber obetua be a $50, $30. Obia di ni show din because the transport system there is working. This situation here has a transport system enye adwuma government workers crash bro mo brands o motumi nya ka akwa adwuma. Those time in some of the companies no buses far workers at least to subsidize their bills ni nyama they say ye hu biom so obi ayemu hihye no because these people transport every worker to adwumem so their demands and your demand to ye nyina ye demand the fuel reason here be complaining about taxes was because we saw it in opposition. How you people were sympathizing with us in the tax regime. Now mo sympathizing my tax ne boy din and a tax in your mind and nothing and the wo ba here wo tax issues no amount for etu omo nyesi wo so no. But sen ka uma ye hu ye time our opposition say no, o man bi ani wa ye ntumi running without taxes ah. Ye to aba ma wa ye ngina tax on fan to ma. So wo dia oba dia we nya kase taxes wo so no, wo ba be so no wa twa aba for mama ntimi emfa to mi ni ma wo. Enke fe no nkan ye budget no say o, wo be so be ya ma ntie di account. How de kan ho ene ye ma wo. So let us ask you why you said this and you are saying another thing. And if you are putting everything on COVID-19 issues and nothing as how you're planning you think of negative and positive before you do your planning. Oh sorry keke na we ka say we kosi dan. Won check say baby amenya sa e bia na why estimate say we see 2 bedrooms abansoro si ho. Estimate na chi wie no wan fa asase no anka ho sa asase baby amekosi dan no asase na e won suo mu ana eni nsuo mu. They won so more estimate na why enso because in so mu dey sell my grounds near stronger. Enu ti budget why enso. So you plan for both sides. Say there be any shaking grounds be abana ubetumi agina on so unfa nkɔhye saa ade no. Free SHS is one of bibi a title when you people are aware. Say free SHS kan ya kan account na radio so aka. Say the awoka say sky train we covid we mo fa free SHS we we so emia no so mba mbehye covid na Ghana fo so covid by anti free SHS no so emia enu nti ebe yi yenya ni nyina dey na obi antena ni crow enko school fees na ye free na maame no pese obe free akumasi ebe school akra de a school fees no obenya ni free but baby obeda di obedi enya bibi a obefa anko obi abema ne bat na ni region ni constituency no akode school say the be a bills are yetua secondary schools esobeti because they nyina ka taxes ne ho nie fan cushion some part of it because some part of system no tax cost repair na affect bibia no efuo say afuo na ready a budget yenya tu mu na bibia e kosoro because ya tu fuo mu no maame na wakodi jodi kofi akwa aduane ne betum because fuo la kosoro taxi driver tum truck driver tum bibia e kosoro just because of fuo enu ti mutumi subsidize wo those places na nka yenko back ntina sinka say ye ex-presidential packages e de ma ex-president for no so yente so wo de ye ma mu sika no ye ma mu security ni san microphone ebetu omu nso omu V82 eni omu saloon cars too ni de ye years nchen ye mfa nka oni mfa sa sika no every 4 years ye mfa sisi school die wo ex-president bi akrom yeti krom ama ex-president for krom obekọ na school die ho a enye nso omu gi V8 mienu eji saloon cars mienu every 4 years. No musoro many more edin. So if you the leaders do not cushion some spending why do you expect some of the citizens to say yen kotua E-levy 1.75 wo politician and wo presidential we no and I say politician, let me use the word politician. Wo dia undwen say o say usu cushion because nyama mo edin. Mo dia mo cushion enye yie. Mo dia mo kase yen jai V8 na ede ma mo na enye yie. Nso ye de ye kase yen kotua 1.75 toll levy ewo momo taxes so ene de ye. This is what the people are complaining. Some people will enjoy and some people will be suffering. Let us open the system for all. Eno na nkrofo sir. Anwesi.
That's it. Well, yeah, pong.
I just one a. Here, but at me be a woman, 70 be or me person be can at a point in time, not the daily mobile money I made the commit constituency. And I'll pay me by my friend, a research assistant. I list near the alcohol. Now, me saying not less than 3,000 Ghana cedis a day.
Okay.
It is at 1.75 in our and can we make you more? Not near tier class now, or to mean 100 cedis a day. No, how you exempted? No, yeah, it says can question. It's moment creating impression, sir. It is to rob the poor to pay.
And that's what I'm saying.
Rob the rich to pay
the poor only send 100 Ghana. But
senior,
what
can some no politicians be come for 200 go so. Me can say poor people. Me say those who are within that range, whether you are rich or you are poor. You see, because when you go you scan pa. Now so now you more here baby or tin and responsibility mean on sending more than 100 Ghana cedis a day. It is as somebody say here for sending 100 Ghana cedis a day. It's not here nor there. It's not about poor. We are talking about 40% people, whether rich or poor, who don't send more than 100 Ghana cedis a day. And no one somebody here can. It won't be and just say here for no. I was going to go have mobile money on Sunday be that. Into mommy and can hear. Free senior high school has come to stay because he another moment shift to hop. Day school now will get there.
Yes, get there for
every electoral area must have a senior high school. Until see about my day school, no. Every electoral area, tell me question is you were 37 electoral areas. I'll see you to me at 37 secondary school. I'm afraid to me and to easily to. The same as one middle school and DHS, every electoral area. We have to get there and we'll get there.
National Master Science School.
Many you can say, yeah, power. Yeah, power. You can see, yeah, taxes. Yeah, we do 17 taxes. Yeah, taxes, if you want to. Yeah, but 2 years for 17. We introduce 5 and then remove 17. Yeah, but our benchmark, yeah, my Ghana for one. But situation you almost say, no. Yet to me, question more bosiasa. So we must find a way of generating funds to find as a transport. You know, one man can transport not seminar. Because you know, me can transport Libya.
Me too.
Into your best, you know, transport for a candy transport system. No, put your man agape, sir. You know, then moment new pempen. So we have to get more buses. So more buses about metro buses. I mean, we can say. A video fire arrangement 100 intra-city buses. 100. Our first batch, but very soon our will start here. It's Ghana for
excavator. Modify buses buyer. Excavator. 11.3 million. Modify buses buyer. Mo dey akofa excavator is mashi bebre excavator mashi bebre
100 metro
mashi bebre one akofa basis ama
o say $11.3 million
mo dey bad excavator
equipment you see me ba na metie pamana equipment ebema yetumi processing gold small scale miners no yetumi processing gold niye of course waste no do also when him say one gold no me companies mining companies ni to me better no so go process one waste no nga say retrieve anya gold ni bi wo Inti ano na yede ba nya is a matter of excavators.
All right. This batch of messages now. Mensa Embra Kodrenchi Nyumne Subium na Yampon. So this one here says, President Akufo-Addo is a listening person. So NDC MPs should stop making those noise and propaganda that they're doing. That's one here. From Ejakwesi Asaman Kese NODF. Leviticus Power as well. Kasose Anglo Gold Ashanti in Obuasi Cocoa Processing Company in Second D, and many companies were revamped, and Eco Juice and all 1D, 1F companies plus interoperability technology, all productive ventures with the end result of generating revenues in the form of corporate taxes. Leviticus Powers with that lengthy one here. I'll just end it there. Right or Belgium, if some years ago some money spent by government were not accounted for, it's not accounted for. Today, we have to account for everything that is being spent. That's Belgium, Bright ODF Belgium, not by Sami Boachiwa Saman Kesi. The NDC rhetoric noise about E-levy is clearly tells you that they have lost in advance. Okay, so Maminya we enfi Salisu such SS Pauti regions. I say President Akufo-Addo is fixing Ghana, and fixing Ghana is like a sharp-edged tool. Every Ghanaians have a role to play as a responsible citizen. So let's pay our taxes for the betterment of all. That's it. Do that. Dear Nanado, please abolish church going from Monday to Friday so that we will forgive some of your cluelessness and incompetence. From Finland, Nodi. We did by Tomla Woman Kraso will say it's only an insensitive leader and Gabin that will, at this difficult period, continue to completely kill the suffering masses with more killer nuisance taxes. Why place tax on Momo, which is mostly used by the poor, and increase government service fees and charges by whopping 15% just to raise revenue for frivolous expenditure? Tomla Mankraso NODF and the buy.